All right.
Welcome to another live stream, Gooness Therapy. Smash the likes on entry. Positive Dan is on the way. We've got a legendary panel today. Obviously, we know what's happened of late. Saturday, turned over by Bournemouth at home at the Emirates. Man City went on to win 3-0 against Chelsea. Absolutely smashed them. And yeah, we're going to get into it today, man. We're going to get into it today. I'm just going to do some introductions. Big up, Jez is Arsenal. How you doing, fella?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Yeah, very disappointed about the weekend. I can't lie. You know, I thought we'd get a dirty 1-1 or Arsenal would win 2-1. I never expected us to lose 2-1 at home against Bournemouth. I really didn't. Disappointed. And then, of course, I watched the Chelsea-Man City game, and Man City doing what Man City do at this time of the year. Coming in strong, coming in for the kill. And they're smelling blood, mate. And, honestly, I'm sure we'll talk about it. But, yeah, I'm all good, man.
Good stuff, man. James, man, we haven't seen you in a few weeks. I've been checking my phone. I didn't see no messages. I actually messaged you, James. I thought something happened to you. I was like, James, are you all right, mate? What's happening, man? Where you been? How you feeling, man?
No, I'm good. I mean, I apologise to the show, as I did to you offline 2 days ago, that when you called me up on the day to be on it, I was at a cricket AGM, and I play for 3 cricket clubs, and I'm an organiser, leader, and all this, so I couldn't miss it. And then the following weeks, I was really impressed with the show, that apart from the classy gentleman you got on tonight, you had a panel one week where you had up to 8 people, you had lead judges, you had Anton, you had all these people. That guy Rashid, I never saw him before, and it was some really good debate. So I'm really impressed with all of you guys. So I missed all of you as well. And obviously, I agree with what Jess said there. I mean, you saw my fan cam. I call Arsenal Jurassic football. They play like a bunch of prehistoric dinosaurs. And Arteta, he's so scared about conceding a goal. He plays this negative football. Don't start me off, man. Anyway, I'm here. I'm alive and kicking, and let's get into it.
Big up yourself, James, man. Good to have you back, man. I'll go next on the screen, and that's Hugo. You've gone viral, Hugo, man. 2 million views, 1 million views. Crazy stuff, man. How are you, my brother?
He hasn't
bloody hell, James, you're back on it again. You're back on it, James.
Wait. He hasn't beaten me on the AFCV shorts, though. I mashed everyone up on that, the whole of AFCV. Carry on.
Yeah, I don't know what to say to that. But, it's 2 million.
Deserved, by the way. Deserved, Hugo. Big up yourself.
Respect, bro.
Yeah, big up, man. It was a great interview,
do you know what's
bro.
interesting? Yeah, 2 million on the shorts on TikTok, or 2.1 or something like that. I think 1 million on Facebook, Instagram. But when we do those interviews on AFTV, we don't do it for shorts or clips or anything like that. We just express how we feel. And for most of the season, Ryan, me, Clown, these guys don't know football. These guys don't know nothing. Ha ha ha! Top of the league. What you lot complaining about? but we've been seeing things all throughout the whole season, and we've been calling attention to it, and people have been mocking us. But even like this time, there's so many people that are agreeing. And I'm glad that Arsenal fans are coming to their senses slowly and surely that we have got a fraud of a manager. And the fraud, and I think Lee Judges almost said it. He couldn't say it on the fan cam on that day, but he said that Arteta's reign is coming to an end.
He's
And
gone
what
as
I'm
far
also,
as saying that if we win it, he still wants him gone. That's how
there you go.
dark he's
Like,
gone.
bro, it's a generational. Obviously, we're gonna go into it, but
You
it
don't
is
mean that.
it is such an opportunity right now. Like this season, how if we blow it, this is like this bottling, and this is the most monumental bottle. And that's why I was so pissed off. It was the way it was so much. We'll go into the Bournemouth in the game. One thing I have noticed is the person who got the most love, and Ryan's on the panel. I know we're gonna come to him, bro. But I was so happy to see the comments that you've got. If you look on it, go on AFTV and read Ryan's comments. Oh, this guy's been saying it all season. Respect to this guy. I used to disagree with this guy. The Tottenham fan jibes have stopped, man. So
Well, but you've been getting it too. Don't. Yeah, you've been getting it
yeah,
too.
I've been getting it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I just see myself as slightly more intelligent than the average person, bro. I see things. So I know that sounds cocky, but fucking hell, bro. Listen, I was fully in, and I was of that opinion that if you got nothing good to say, don't say it. Support the team. That was you. I've been saying you guys were there. Like James, everyone, Jason's been there. When I was King Arteta, support the team, get behind the team. Do you know what it is? After last year, I fucking got bored, bruv. It's been 4 years I've been saying it. These fuckers don't give a fuck, bro. Well, I don't know if it's Arteta or whatever. So I just thought, fuck it, bro. Now we need to give them tough love. Because you know what it is? Sometimes people, if they're scared of the other team, sometimes maybe they might be scared that the fans might turn on them. That might actually improve their performances. I don't know. But I'm done with making excuses anymore. Absolutely done with making excuses for Arteta. I was done at the end of last season, which is why, I turned. And I realized, if you're not doing it, you're enabling it. You're enabling failure, and I don't want to be an enabler. I want Arsenal to win something, and I don't believe in this manager.
Facts.
All right, big up everyone, man, and big up Chris who just dropped that comment. He said this is becoming one of his favorite shows. So big up, man. Appreciate that, love. Big up everyone on the panel. Thanks for coming on. Just quickly, Hugo, just want to ask you, and good to see the return of James.
One sec. Let's just finish off the introductions and then you can get into it, Dan. And I've got a beautiful video that I've compilated for you as well, Dan, man. It's going to be a bit of a surprise to you, my bro. Jason, how you feeling, my brother?
Yeah, I'm not well. I'm not well at all. So I'll stick around for as long as I can because I'm interested.
Hey, me as well, you know, Jason.
You are?
Yeah,
honestly,
they've literally made us sick.
No, yeah. I didn't go Saturday because I wasn't well, so I gave up my ticket to the guy that sits next to me. And yeah. Good thing I did. But yeah, we'll get into it, and I won't say too much now.
Like the Arsenal players get injured.
No, hold on. Let's let Jason speak though, man.
Sorry,
he was right. He'd finished.
No, I'm done. We'll get into it as
we're going to get into it, man. We're going to get into it. Next up, we've got Mr. Sustainable. He's been calling it all season. At the moment, he has been vindicated. People are hailing him as what's the word? An oracle that he saw it all along. Mr. Ryan Kalako, how you feeling, my brother?
Well, I've been called a fortune teller, but I'm similar to what Hugo says. And look, I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but I think it's been obvious all season. The thing is, the evidence is there. It's not just AFTV or Twitter, Instagram, whatever. I've been telling, man, for ages, it's not sustainable. This is not a gimmick. This is not. I'm not interested. I don't have an Arsenal channel. This is just me speaking about what I want to talk about. I've seen this for several years. We've not had ambition since 2006. We finally get ambition financially, but we get a manager that shouldn't be in this place to be spending that money. I'm sorry, we got someone in that should not be in that position to be spending that money. Yeah, we didn't back Unai Emery, who probably wasn't an elite manager, but he would have done better, in my opinion. He would have won a couple of cups or something like that. This manager single-handedly cost us so much. Yes, he's done this. Yes, he's raised the standards to a degree. But, you know, and I keep telling people he doesn't like to learn. 22, 23, 23, 24. Didn't want a striker. That's why we lost the league to one of their best City teams. Didn't want to have squad depth. That's why Saliba got injured. He didn't want any cover. This season, we've only got cover because of Andrea Berta. Yeah? Eze and Gyökeres especially were not his signings. You can see that's why they've been penalised all season in a way. Eze not been getting the minutes until recently. Obviously, Odegaard's out. But Gyökeres, to this day, still hasn't got a system. Look, take his own accountability. But to this day, there's no system played towards him. It's negative towards Gyökeres. Goes to Sweden, scores, comes back to Arsenal, isolated again. And so I just don't really understand. Like, do you know when you watch the Invincibles, whatever, you saw attacking football. You said
the Chelsea 405 team were better than the Invincibles.
No, yeah. There's a little bit of context to that. We can get into that. But we're on to you today. Yeah, there is good reason. No, we're on to no, Bo. You looked at me, at AFTV. You looked at me and said, "Why are you smiling?" I'm not smiling. It was an irony laugh because of what I'm hearing. I'm like, guys, I'm not some IQ Albert Einstein kind of intelligence here. We saw this coming.
You were more happy that we lost, so you could be proven right.
No, I don't. But I don't have a channel like you. I don't have a channel. What am I gaining from this? What am I gaining from this? I'm not interested in this.
Ryan, you're in every single comment on bloody Instagram, bro. Come on.
Yeah, but it's not just football related.
Say that you ain't like a character because you are.
About what am I doing? Yeah, but what have I said that's wrong? Tell me, please.
No, I'm just saying you're a character though. So like, don't say, "Oh, I ain't got a channel."
I ain't got a channel.
You might not have a channel. You've got an Instagram and you play a character. That's for sure.
On one page.
What do you mean on one page? On Instagram, right?
Have you made millions, Ryan?
Have
you made millions?
Blood this, blood that, blood this, blood that.
That's one page, Dan. That's one page.
That's you. That's your character.
Oh, that's one page.
What are we doing here? You're playing a character.
I've got intellect, you know. I'm educated. I've got a whole degree, bro. I'm not sitting there chatting like that. I can because I grew up like that. But it's not the point. That's one page that people are egging on. Bro, and that's got nothing to do with Arsenal in that sense. That's just banter. So I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not gaining anything from chatting about Arsenal. Do you see me like effing and blinding in that way? Blood, we lost the game. Big man saying we should. You don't see me on AFTV doing that. I'm just authentic. I can chat like that when I'm angry. I can, to be fair. But no, we're not doing that. I don't gain anything from this. I am just trying to. Do you know why I'm actually more out there? Because I'm sick and tired of Arsenal fans. We're hated collectively because of positive Arsenal, toxic positive Arsenal fans. We are hated. Yeah. Always chatting. They chat so much shit everywhere I go.
Ryan, you're leading me perfect. You're leading me perfectly into this video, my brother.
Oh, I'm going to work. They're chatting shit. I'm walking down the street. They're chatting shit.
Yeah.
There's so many deluded Arsenal fans, and they.
You know what some of them are saying now? You know what some of them say? I can see us, so I think we're going to get a win at City, you know? That's what they're saying right now.
Yeah, bro, and it's just like, you lot are deluded, bro. You're deluded as hell. This was coming. You lot have a part to play because you lot enabled the Kroenkes to keep this manager. You lot enable it. Oh, look, we're going to do this, we're going to do that.
Right, but right here, right there, and I said it against Sunderland. That league, I'm telling you, and I've said it all season, and I went early, I went at the beginning of the season, right? It's done, right? It is done. We are winning this Premier League this season. Right. Facts. Right. I have not seen an Arsenal team perform week in, week out like this. Right, we've lost 3 games all season. Yeah, 3 games. In all competitions, not just the Premier League. You see what happens with everyone saying, "Oh, this football, you want to go and press teams." See what Man City did against Real Madrid the other night. Got the nerve. People say we're bottle jobs. What? That's a bottle job. That is grinding a result out, right? And at the end, that's taking an absolute liberty when you football. Currently, we're 10 points clear. City, listen, they're going to play, even if City win their game. All we've got to do is win 5 games. 5 games. And you're telling me that this Arsenal team here ain't capable of winning 5 games out of the 8 left? Oh, sorry, 7, I think. 7. Yeah? But they're not capable of doing it. No, go on, Robbie. What do you think? Do you think they will?
Yeah, I think we will do.
You've watched football for a long time, right? You've watched a lot of Arsenal teams. How good do you think this Arsenal team is?
No, I think this is one of the best teams I've seen for a long time. I think the point that you make is so true. Like, it's not. We've done all that, innit? We've done blistering football. That
people talk to me like I ain't seen this, right? I have seen this. Like we will draw 2 of them, and we'll probably lose 1. That's it. But that will be enough to. When I look at this City team, so no one's talking. Even I have just mentioned them throwing that lead away to Tottenham, right? No,
I think Leeds get something.
I'll tell you what, Man City are playing teams that are fighting for their lives, right? Trust me.
So are we though, but hopefully by then they should have been gone. Because our last 4.
Also, our last 4 are lovely though, man.
Any easy game in the
Premier
League.
No,
I'll ask for it lovely. I'll ask for it lovely if they're all relegated or the relegation's done. Otherwise, it's no one.
We lost the League Cup final to Birmingham City. He got relegated. We can't talk
Boys,
about
you've got to let this go.
He's
You've got to let this go.
man. You've got to let go, bro.
No,
Martin's not even play football anymore, big man. You've got to let it go.
Boys, let me read this one out, yeah, because AFC Always, yeah. If the name wasn't AFC Always, would you think this is an Arsenal fan? The only reason we're in the Prem, where we are in the Prem, is because Liverpool fell off a cliff. I'm shocked.
He's right.
Well, listen, for me, that's something that a rival fan would say.
He's right. No, it's not.
Okay, Ryan.
To belittle where we are. That's the me. By the way, I spoke to Mikel Arteta AFC Always. He said he is going to allow you to go to the parade. So, yeah, I spoke to Mikel. Mikel said it's all right. Yeah.
Just a quick question. Everyone's saying that because people have fell off and so on and so forth. I'm all for it. I can hear it. Match week 28 last season. Who was top of the league? How many points?
Paul, what was it?
No, it's Liverpool. Liverpool, I think.
Liverpool were top.
3.
It was Liverpool by 5, and there was no game in hand. It's the same where we are now, but because it's us, you're all wobbling. Relax.
No, but I said the same. Look, I did say the same thing last. This is what I'm trying to say. I'm not.
No, Liverpool must be more than.
But one thing I was skeptical about was the fact that Villarreal lost in the final. Only second-year management, but lost to Newcastle, lost to Liverpool without scoring as well. So I was very nervous today. It's a big game today to make that final. Like Lee said, you don't see league judges like that often. He knows it's massive for us to even make a final. Now there's a huge chance we can win that first trophy. This is massive. And like you said, this is why we come to the Emirates Stadium. This is why we love football. And this Arsenal team, once this one trophy comes, I'll take you back to Man City. When they won the FA Cup with Yaya Toure scoring against Stoke in like 2011 or whenever it was, and they went on to win more and more. And this is going to be our springboard to win trophy after trophy. Because this Arsenal team, another thing, I've said it, this Arsenal team could go down as the greatest Arsenal team. People say, oh, you're disrespecting the Invincibles and whoever. Listen, the last time we won back-to-back titles was in the 1930s. This team can win back-to-back titles, Champions Leagues, you name it, we can do it. And it all starts with the Carabao Cup, March 22nd. See you there. Listen, see you there. Man City or Newcastle, beware, because we're coming for that trophy. Well, let me tell you now, right? There's a couple of things that I've said that people have been calling me deluded for. Not positive, Dan, deluded, Dan. One, we can win the quad. That's one step to the quad, my guys, yeah? Right?
Easy.
No, easy. But another thing I've said recently...
No, I mean, take it easy.
Yeah, no, I'm taking it easy. I'm taking it easy, bro. But listen, trust me, yeah? Once we get to that final, now the media's going to start throwing that pressure on us, you know? Today, you know me, I'm positive, Dan. I was ready to start saying maybe Ryan's right. Honestly, bro, honestly, the difference I was like, I'm so positive, and I was sitting next to an older guy, he's 50, he went, Dan, we'll get the goal. I was like, if we don't, there's going to be serious questions, but we did get a goal. I thought the whole team, they were playing like champions. You watched the champions today. All you rivals, yeah? You watched the champions play today, right? And listen, we were probing, we tried everything, we kept going, right?
Title, and I hear it. You've been scarred before. This is what the guy I do the show with, Dan, always says to me. Oh, I've been scarred before. He won't say the words. He will not say Arsenal are going to win the league, even though I know he thinks we're going to win the league. So what the question I now say to them is, if you had a £3 million from a bookies, just a £3 million bet, and you could put it on Arsenal, City, or Liverpool, and whoever you put it on, they're all the same price, you get double back. And he said City, but I know he thinks that Arsenal's going to win the Premier League, yeah. But it's a coping mechanism.
It's concerning. Now, listen, I don't think it will affect the Premier League. I really don't. I think, listen, the Bournemouth game is bigger than this, way bigger. We've got to go and beat Bournemouth. The only thing is...
Stop talking nonsense, man. This is a cup final. It's a trophy. What are you talking about?
If we beat Bournemouth...
Stop. You start with this Kepa stuff. Let's just talk about the way we played today. Yeah? It was negative, nasty. That's what it was today, yeah? A cup final performance. Not good enough. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Now, I said before the game as well, this won't be, the nail in the coffin for the Premier League and other trophies, even if we lose. But right now, the way we've lost that game, I'm not feeling positive no more, Dan. I'll be honest, yeah?
By 10 points.
There you go. Thank you.
You'll win the league by 10 points. No one's bothered. You win the league by 10 points, and you'll get to the Champions League final. It's 50-50. You've had a good season. There you go.
Listen.
Dan, 2004. What happened? We went out to Man United.
2004 for.
We went out to Man United.
Let's talk about
Chelsea.
Let's talk about today. Let's hope that this performance and this loss galvanizes the squad and give us that fire in the belly. A wounded animal's dangerous, Cecil. I always say that, innit? Hopefully it will. But right now, how I'm feeling right now, I just don't know.
Are you on the boat? Yeah, are you on the boat?
I've always been on the boat.
If you ain't on the boat, you could go now.
Listen. I've always been on the boat. Listen, I've always been on the boat. See, before the game.
If you ain't on the boat.
Before the game, I lost myself once again. I said 2-1, Man City ain't the same team. Pep Guardiola, you was talking about the teacher and the pupil takes over. Egg on the face. That's the right. Come on, it. You know what? It hurts. 22 years of pain, and I'm hoping.
Listen, they won the battle. Are they going to win the war?
I don't know that.
It's all about the Premier League trophy.
Okay. It's about the Premier League trophy. But today, I'm in a dark place. Everyone's in a dark place. Let's just hope that this isn't going to be the start of a collapse, the start of a crumble, Cecil. Do you understand? Yeah? The bottlers. I don't want it to be that. I just hope and pray that we can pick ourselves up from here and we can really go and win the Premier League, win the Champions League. But I just don't know more of Cecil. I'll be honest with you, man.
I know. We'll be Premier League champions 2005-26. And City, April 18th, we're coming for you.
Thank you. Someone tell me that.
And who have we got to thank for that? Arteta.
Well said, Jason.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I hear you. I get you.
No one's
Now,
denying that, Jason,
now,
man.
Jason, he's got to get us over the line. My worry is, Jason, is that it could go wrong, and I'm going to be sitting here going,
and it could go so right, and you could be sitting here doing the most.
We could all be going.
Listen, I think we will win the Premier League, and that's I think any fan would just say if you have to just bite your hand off and take that now, because that's what we want. We want the Premier League, and if we can go and win any other trophy with it, it's going to be amazing. Anyway, as the season has progressed and I saw how well we've done in the Champions League, I've said there's a possibility of us doing a quarter. People have called me deluded. Doesn't look so delusional now, though, does it? Dan, you've been busy, Dan, my guy. You've been very busy, bro. Well done,
Dan.
Dan, you also said you thought Arsenal was going to win the league, though, right?
At one point, I said I've never been 100%, Dan. We've done this panel. You can go back on it. Yeah,
but you said you thought we're going to win it.
I think the most I've got up to is 70%, Dan. But we've said, unlike
even
yourself,
Ryan
Dan,
himself said it might just be sustainable. We can get that clip up as well, right?
But Dan, for sure. These titles are clickbait as well. What I'm trying to say is we carry on like that potentially. My thing isn't Arsenal. Yeah, my thing was based on City being really bad. That we will just we'll hang on for dear life because City are that bad. But I
just want to say, by the way, I think that probably should have all been saved, Dan, for maybe the day that might come, when we officially can't win it.
It's over, buddy. The Premier League is over, buddy, Dan. It's over. I'm telling you now, it's over.
When I last looked at the Premier League table, it was still Arsenal on top. By 6 points.
You're shameless, Dan.
Shameless. Positive, Dan. Check the history. How Arsenal have been the top of the Premier League so many times for so long and not won. I'm sorry that we've not left that top spot loads of times.
Though, right now, we are top of the Premier League. Yes or no?
Right. Can I just say one thing?
We're not 1 point ahead, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. We're 6 points ahead of Manchester City.
Dan, I've even drafted some questions for you, Positive Dan.
Wait. Can I just say one thing in defence of Positive Dan? Yeah? Right.
You said you messaged me earlier and said you're going to defend him. Go for it, James. Stick on that side as well.
Man, 92 people. Come on, man. Get 8 more people in here. Make it 100. Yeah. Please like and make sure that you're subscribing to the channel. Get us to 2K subs. Road to 2K subs. Get us there, guys. Come on.
Right, I'm his older brother. Like when these drunks turn up when we're doing the fan cams, I'm the one that's
hold on. I just got to talk to Jamie here. City have not got 2 games in hand, right? They've got 1 game in hand.
This one,
Is this Jamie that come on before?
No, this is James.
Is that my? No, that's my mate.
Yeah, that's your mate.
Well, you're deluded as well, Jamie, mate.
Yeah, your friend Jamie was even worse than you. I'll be real with you, man.
Yeah,
where is he?
Listen, it feels like it's over.
Daniel, let me just say one thing in defence of Daniel.
At the start of the season, we would have all took this position to be in now. It's because of that loss. But hold on, James. And when you really do look at it, right, I think we've lost 1 of our last 8 Premier League games. In the last 3 Premier League games, City have dropped more points than us.
But who's playing better? What's the
City drew the last 2 games?
Looks like they're on form.
Forest and West Ham.
That's spinning it.
And then they beat Chelsea.
Wait.
What's your point? What are you trying to allude to, Dan?
My point is that City have dropped more points than us in the last 3 games. That's a fact. It's not a point. It's a fact.
City have won a bloody trophy in the last 3 games, Dan. What are you talking about?
Yeah. They have. They also got dumped out. They also got dumped out of the Champions League, and we went through.
Against Bayern Leverkusen,
you are shameless, Dan.
Yeah. Wait.
Shameless because I'm talking facts.
Can I say one thing in defence of Daniel?
Everything I just said is a fact.
Right.
But I test, Dan. I test. The eye test. Who's playing better?
I hear you on the eye test.
Who's got the momentum? Who's put the gear in? Who's in 5th gear and who's in reverse?
Can I just say one thing?
Man City won the last game 3-0, but the last 2 league games before that, they drew with West Ham, a relegation fighting team, and Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, they're unbeaten in 13 domestic games, Dan. There's another stat for you. There's another stat for you. Unbeaten in 13 domestic games.
Yeah, but they dropped points, Dan, in two vital games.
Right, 2 quick points.
And if we do get something at City, even a draw, we're banging in the driving seat.
One quick
James, go on, make your point, my friend.
Right, quick thing. First of all, In those earlier clips that you made, that you did about Daniel and Marty, a football fan bases their view on what they see in front of them. At that time, we were just getting results. We were getting results. And even when we were playing badly, we were getting results. So it's normal. Even the world exports.
It's not normal. It's not normal,
let me finish my point. Let me finish my point, right? Even the experts from Sky, BT, Gary Neville, Alan Shearer, they played football at the highest level. They said they think, based on what they saw, that Arsenal could win. They were favourites to win the league. So all of you got attacking Daniel like this, bang out of order, mate. He's basing it on what he saw. Second point is this.
Right. James, see when you make a point, am I allowed to interject after you've made a point? Can I just interject on that?
I'm finishing on this sentence, right?
Go on, man.
Right. Also, yeah, we are shit. We're playing Jurassic football, like I said to the world on my fan cam, yeah? Negative tactics, everything else. But the way you're all chatting, right, it's like you've given up and lost already. Daniel's right. On paper, we're still 6 points in front, right? We have got 1 foot into the semi-final, right? You're acting like we're bang out of it and we're in relegation trouble, right? That's what I want to say.
Why do you think that is?
Why do you think? Go on, Hugo.
Why? Yeah, is it after 6 years we have not got right to feel like this? We've got every right to feel like this, James.
This is not just this season. This is 6 years, James. This is 6 years.
Every April.
But yeah, I know, but we still haven't. You're acting like we've already.
But what? We're not. But there's nothing. There's no. We've seen it. It's not like we're making it up, bro.
James,
it's every fucking season, bro.
Look at the league table. We're 6 points in front, and we've got 1 foot in the semi-final.
Don't mean nothing, bro. We saw the eye test. We've seen the eye test. We've seen how we're playing the last 3 games.
All positive Dan has done is support his team. Sometimes
he hasn't. He hasn't. No, he hasn't. He hasn't supported it. He's gone over the top.
Right. I'll tell you what. The way positive Dan sometimes gets too positive, a lot of you get too negative. How about that?
All right. So how about this? When he was on the watch along the other day, Dan went into a bit of a dark place. And he was talking about we might as well hand the title to City right now. Yeah? It's over. That's how he was talking.
He's upset.
So you want to get onto him about that?
He's upset.
He's upset. The bottom line is, James, that we've been sitting there all season and we've been keeping our feet on the ground.
Sorry, Dan. I just got to read this out because there's this fake stat going about. 1 win in all competitions in April since 2021 under Arteta. It's just complete bullshit. Someone makes a stat up, puts it on Twitter, and everyone believes it. I was there at the Bernabeu last year when we beat Real Madrid 2-1. That was in April. We played them in the home leg. We beat them. We beat Ipswich 4-0 the year before. We've won loads of games in April. It's just a myth. People are getting
in the Premier League.
In the Premier League, bruv. In the Premier League, there's games we've won. There's about 10, 12 games we've won in those last few years. Yes, there are losses, but it's a fake stat going around. So please, before you come and put it in the comments, get your stats right, man.
Yeah, before we get on to, I've got a question for you, Dan. Yeah, so we've seen this football season in season out.
One sec.
I will come back to you. Jez, you've been sitting there very calm. You watched the Dross on Saturday. Obviously, Man City have won. Give us a breakdown of what you thought happened there, where it all went wrong, and where do you stand going forward? Do you think this is over? Do you think Man City are now going to win the league? Can you see us going to City and getting a win?
Right, look. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. We've still got time to go. But the big one is this. We've got to go to the Etihad this week, right, and get a win. If we don't get that win, we're done. I don't see Manchester City, right, losing another game this season, right? So if we lose, that comes down to 3 points with their game in hand. The worst case scenario is we lose another game, right, or draw a game and they go on, or it comes down to the classic goal difference, 89 all over again. Yeah, we had to go to Anfield and win by 2 clear goals. I don't want to go down that road again, I can tell you. But what I'm seeing at the moment is a team that I think has lost a lot of belief in themselves since the League Cup final, what happened in the FA Cup. And I also would say this. I think the players are fed up with the manager.
Facts.
I think they're fed up with his voice. I think they're fed up with his negativity in the style of play. Because what I saw on Saturday was a team that was just going out not to lose. That to me was not a team going out to win. And that at this stage of the season gives me great concerns. It's not over yet. It can still happen. But well
said, Jez. Well said, Jez.
It
well
could
spoken, Jez.
It could go horribly wrong. Now, if you're going to ask me that question about the manager, no, I want him gone. Next season, I don't want to see him at the club. Even if he was to win the Premier League, he's got to go. I can't, honestly, gentlemen, I can't see us winning the Champions League. I'm sorry. And I actually was one of the advocates that said, I think this team is better set up to win the Champions League.
You did.
Yeah, you did.
You did say that.
Jez made a point there, yeah?
He might be right, though, you know.
Jez made a point.
If we go through Wednesday night and Atletico go through, I'm sorry, but I'd expect us to go through against Atletico.
I don't.
Play Bayern Munich in a one-off game.
I don't.
Why you just confirmed that Bayern Munich are going through? PSG, I think they're going to slap them. I think it's PSG in the final, I'll be honest.
I think Bayern Munich are going to go final.
You reckon?
I think Bayern Munich
are going to win. Right. I don't know why I said that. You're right. It's good point.
Wait,
I don't know why I just feel like Bayern are making the final, but it could easily be PSG. Any of those teams we can beat in a one-off game.
Wait, just on that point, right? Last year, without Megalesh, the whole world predicted we would lose to Real Madrid. We smashed them up in their yard. We smashed them up at the Emirates. No one thought we beat Bayern Munich, mashed them up. No one thought we beat Atletico Madrid, the most defensive
That's
team
when the
20
pressure
years.
was off.
We smashed them up.
The pressure was off against Real Madrid.
There's no pressure then.
Hugo, I was in the Bernabeu.
Come on, no pressure.
Yeah,
Atletico
Madrid.
Atletico haven't been great. Let's be honest. For the last
boys, Des and James, and I don't know how old Hugo
I can't
is.
finish my point, and I will shut up.
Go on, mate.
I never finished quite what I was going to say. Right. I was a big advocate that Arsenal will win the Champions League. Yeah, right. Right now, the mentality of the team, I'm big concerned about that. The fact remains is that if he wins this Premier League and stays on, will he win back-to-back Premier Leagues? I don't think so. I don't think he's got the the kahunas to do it. And I don't want to go through another 5 years of failure because he'll have had his day, and well done, Arteta, fantastic. But that's not enough now. It's got to go further than this. It's got to go further. I honestly think the players are fed up with him. His players are playing burnt. They've got no fuel left in the tank. They look like they're like on their knees. And we think we can go on this Sunday after we're playing on Wednesday night, Sporting Lisbon at home. Right, and I think look, let's be honest, we should beat Sporting Lisbon, shouldn't we? Come on, let's be real.
Yeah.
Said that about Bournemouth, Jez, man. Nothing's a given with this team no more.
I did. Yeah, I predicted a 2-1 or a worst case scenario 1-1 to Arsenal. And the thing is, the whole setup of that team. You look at some of the players playing on Saturday, man. They had nothing in them.
Yeah.
They're burnt. They're done.
Yeah.
And I'm like thinking, he's bringing back in Hincapian now. Yeah, he's done. Right, he ain't fit. Come on, man. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? That on one of the points that you just made, would you agree with me? And I know some of you guys on the panel will agree with me. After 6 years, here's the thing: us fans can see it. After 6 years, what can you actually say to the team to lift them? Because what they're going to say, is there anything new you can say? because his voice will have less effect year in, year out when the same thing happens every frigging season.
And you know what he tried to result to, Hugo?
How's he going to motivate them?
That's what he tried to result to. Look,
unless he gets the cameraman again.
No, that's what he tried to do, Hugo. Look,
uses the pen. God knows what he's going to do now.
No, wait. He does motivate them, right? And I'll give you examples, right?
Well, he didn't motivate him against Bournemouth.
Right? Well, these are facts. And this is why I defend Jez for being positive, because we went and beat Leverkusen, right? And we're playing Bournemouth at home.
I'm not being positive. I'm being realistic. I am being realistic.
Jez, but at least you're saying, Jez, there's still a chance. You know what I mean?
Daniel, exactly, Daniel. What I'm saying is the reason why Jez, me, and a lot of you and the whole world thought that Arsenal would probably beat Bournemouth at home are these. We just beat Leverkusen, right? We're playing at home to Bournemouth for the 13th. So, of course, you're going to think we got a good chance of winning, right? Secondly, this. To answer Hugo's point about he can't motivate people, if he was so shit at motivating, why, even though we haven't won the league, 3 years in a row, we've been second in the league. Last year, look how far we got in the Champions League.
We got a write-off, yes. Last season, second's a write-off. That's a write-off.
If he wasn't good at motivating people, we wouldn't have got this far.
He's unable to motivate them at the key times, James. At the key times, James.
Say that again.
James, at the key times when it's crunch time, he hasn't got the cojones or the motivation as you're talking. Yeah, because on Bournemouth, when we looked at the Bournemouth game, what did you see there? Did that look like a team that was motivated?
They look burnt out, like Jez said.
What? They look like they were
burned out. Like Jez said, they look like they were burnt out. That could be.
Let me come to this point as well, because there's a current narrative that Arsenal fans.
Yeah, can I just chip in quickly?
Of course you can, mate.
Hi, Mel, you're right. So Hugo, how long have you worked at your current job?
This current employer, over a year.
What's the longest you've worked in any one organisation?
12 years.
And when you worked in that organisation for 12 years, was it your manager's job to motivate you every single day to go to work and do your best?
At times, yes, and other times, no. When there was a restructure, then obviously there's times where a manager has to motivate you, give you clarity, give you leadership. But there's sometimes when a manager is not performing well, you lose trust in them. And I think that's what's happening. The longer manager underperforms.
What Jason is doing right now is he's deflecting off of Arteta and putting it on the players. Go for it, Jason. I know what your angle is here. I know what it is.
Look, it's not a full deflection, because and we will get into it, because obviously there are elements of obviously the situation with Arteta that obviously need to be looked at. But what we've seen from the players at Southampton, what we saw at Bournemouth, were abject performances from the players. There weren't players in those games that came away. It wasn't that the players came away and the players were trying, but the manager had set them up in such a way that they're hindered or that they couldn't perform. They did not perform. There probably wasn't one single player that came away with what you would consider to be.
Jason, you're right. Average. Jason, you're right. So whichever way, that's just what I've been saying. Whichever way you look at it, it falls back down to the manager. Because if the players are not performing, it always falls back down to the manager. If they can't motivate themselves, you need a manager to do it. He can't do it. He's not been doing it for these last games. It always comes back to Arteta. There's nowhere for him to hide. There's nowhere for this guy to hide.
Can I add to that to ask Jason as well?
Yeah,
Jason,
go for it, mate.
Why, if you look at the also the stats, yeah, if you look at the patterns, it's always towards the end of the season where we fall off, and it's quite dramatic at many a times. Yeah, it's always second, fourth, wherever it was. So when you see a pattern of when there's no pressure on, when the group stage is fantastic, you could be top of the league. When it comes to the championship rounds, the final rounds, this is where he fails, and that has to be the manager. And I'll tell you, this is the point I made in my fan cam as well.
Hey, Hugo, what do you reckon?
Just let me land the point. You guys can come in. Yeah. Also, he's changed the person. We've got rid of Socrates. We've got rid of Kolasinac. We've got rid of Holding. We've got rid of Aubameyang. We've got rid of all of, like, I can host. So it's the personnel. Yet we're still failing. we're still failing to win trophies. So who does that go? It can't be the players, because if not all of those players, it has to be with the manager, and it's always the same time or period of the thing. It could be a training issue, it could be overtraining, it could be pressure, but it has to go back to the management style.
Do you think next season would you be confident at the start of the season? It does fall down to the manager, and whether you like Arteta or you want him in or out, I think if we don't win anything, I just think the story's over. And I do think that we should go and get a new manager. It'd have to be a top manager. But would you be confident that with this group of players, because I think even as Arsenal fans, on paper, I think our team has looked a lot. I think players have fell off. That's what's happened. So when you looked at our team before, even though Madueke, he started off quite well, didn't he? We all got a little bit excited. He was coming on, cameo. Obviously, we all thought Saka was borderline world class, right? And obviously, he's fallen off a cliff. Martinelli's just got worse and worse every year. He's had some.
Why though, Dan? This goes back to the
listen,
manager.
Let me get to the point. If we did go and get another manager, right?
Yeah, Fabregas.
Let's not look. All right, Fabregas, not an Enrique, because I think if you've got an Enrique, you would really be like, wow, we've got a winner, and he's going to play attacking football, and you'd like to think that Ranieri would improve, and Skelly and some of these younger players, and Dalman, and maybe, who knows, resurrect some of the other players. But would you think that we're going to win the Premier League? That's the question.
I do. We had this discussion
because even if we win the league, of course I want Arteta to stay. But there's still a group of players that I would go: Martinelli, Trossard, Odegaard, Madueke, Havertz. There's so many players
but they're good enough. Like, listen, Martinelli, we know.
You know what? All season. What has he done?
To Odegaard.
He hides. He's a coward. Look at the game against what was it, against Sporting, right? Rice passed to him. He passed it back. Rice passed to him. He passed it back.
But Jez, is that a manager's decision? Jez,
he said turn.
Agreed, but it's the tactics as well, Jez.
What did he do? He passed it back to the fucking goalkeeper. The guy.
Just so that I'm clear. Let's imagine I've never watched or played football. None of us have ever watched or played football. If Rice passes, how is that the manager's fault? If Rice passes the ball to him and says turn, and then he passes it back to him, and then Rice passes the ball back to him again.
Jason, do you not know it's a pattern on display?
Let me tell him why. You know why, Jason? You know why, Jason? Should I tell you why? Because we've seen that from Odegaard for game in, game out. He's done that for games on games. So if the manager is not saying to him, Odegaard, you know what? I've watched the videos, and you are not taking no risks.
Bloody years, man.
It's on Arteta. He's been doing it. It's not one game. It's always on Arteta.
And then am I right in thinking that Odegaard then came off the pitch, Havertz came on the pitch and scored a goal?
Yeah, you're right in thinking that, but he scored it as a striker.
Didn't he?
What did this manager do? Puts him in midfield.
One thing you can't criticise manager Arteta for this season is subs, because no substitutes have scored more goals than Arsenal this season.
Yeah,
I didn't criticise him for the sub.
Can I
come in? Spot on this
There's
year.
a point. There's a point for Arteta. He's made some good subs this season.
He did bring on the players, and the players.
Yeah, but how long has he taken to do that? How long has he taken to do that? How long did it take to learn these things?
8 minutes on Saturday.
No, but in general, we've been saying it for years. We've been saying it for years. This man is still learning on the job.
1 second, James. Let me ask this question to the panel. Do you think you watched that game against Bournemouth? You watched the Chelsea game, yeah? When I looked at Pep Guardiola on the bench, calm, collective, couple times he got up, but he was very calm, he was very collected. He gave that calm and confidence to the team. You look at that game against Bournemouth, the guy is like a madman, a man possessed on the line. Do you think that's instilling calmness and confidence in the team, or is it just erratic stuff that he's dealing with? Yeah, and they've got the cheek. People have got the cheek to say that the fans played a part of making the players nervous. It was Arteta. Am I wrong or am I right?
You know the rallying calls as well. The rallying calls, like before games and stuff, is that making it more pressurized? making it this big game. Bring your lunch, bring your dinner, bring this, bring that. Make sure you're there.
100%.
When really, it's just another game. It's just another 3 points.
Yeah,
you know all this. We've got 7 cup finals left. We've got this. We've got that. Like
that's the last thing that me and you can be saying that. He should not be saying that.
This is what I'm saying. Yeah. So I feel like sometimes we're putting more pressure on ourselves.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dan.
Can I just say something? Can I just say something? It's a general thing, and to back up negative Dan, Jezza, right? And Ryan, right? Hugo. Basically, this. To answer your question, though, initially, positive Dan, that you said with these players, if you change the manager, my answer is this: no. There's loads that need to be sold. We need to upgrade. He has never solved the situation of the left winger, right? And if he was a big club, you'd have gone out and made a bid for even Isak and got Gyökeres as well and played Isak on the left. You'd have gone out and got Rodrigo. You would have gone out and got another top left winger, right?
The one that's pointing you in your face is Semenyo. That's who we should have got.
Exactly. The guy is an Arsenal
signing
fan.
of the season.
Semenyo, James. But James, we needed a left winger. We trashed you for an Eze. This manager did not get a left winger when we needed one, and we had another opportunity in January and didn't do it, bro. We are to blame as a club.
This is what happened with Semenyo, right? Let's take the facts, right? He is a gooner. He got his agent to approach Arsenal in the last transfer budget and say, any chance of me coming to Arsenal in January? Arsenal turned around and said, right, oh, well, about money and not about this, right, and all that. Well, come City buy loads, and they still went out and bought him. Do you know what he said as well? He goes, okay, if you can't get me in January, how about I come in the summer? Arsenal said no. A bit like when Arsene Wenger could have got Fabregas for 25 million, instead he went to Chelsea and won 2 titles, right? Bad decisions, right? Now, coming back to this, the midfield is weak, man. You did not have enough midfielders with legs, right?
We missed Mikel Marino, I'll tell you that now.
All you've got is one horse.
And
Declan Rice, one horse. Yeah,
and never should have been let go alone.
You burnt him out. You played him with a broken foot, right? Havertz 3 times he's played him in midfield. We lost all 3. He's not a midfielder, mate. Right? He's your love child. He's not a midfielder, right? And then who else? Zubimendi. These players get burnt out. They turn to shit.
Why not play Norgard then, James?
Right?
Why not play Norgard?
Exactly. He should have been playing. He was the captain of his club, mate. Right?
And whose decision is that?
Do you know what? I'll answer you why I didn't play him. I'll answer you. Someone else said it earlier on, right? And I said this in all my fan camps all year and wherever I go, is this. When Berta came in, the first thing that come out of his gob is this. I ain't going for Isak. It's 150 mil. He got 8 players in. Good squad depth. But it's a fact that Arteta did not want Gyökeres. Arteta wants Sesko. And he wanted, and the only reason we got Eze is when Havertz got injured. Eze and Gyökeres were Berta's buy. And I'll tell you where the cards are marked for Arteta. I said this to Jez on a previous podcast. We both mentioned it. Berta, right, was already got in about 3 months ago, another Italian coach, right? And I'm telling you, I could see Berta getting rid of Arteta. Right, his cards are marked, mate. Right, he has achieved a lot of good things, but I'm not a fanboy. I don't support a player. I don't support a manager. I support Arsenal, right? And no one is above Arsenal. And without the fans, this club is nothing. I'll tell you what. This last thing, you need to upgrade this team, mate. There's people picking up money who are jack shit, who don't turn up. Right, Madueke, that was an Arteta buy, right?
James, come down. Let's move on. But you make some great points, Jez. I want to ask you a question because you've been watching Arsenal the longest out of all of us, and listen, we all get angry, we all get emotional. You guys saw me in the watch along that time. We all say things and we all get in the heat of the moment. Now, at the end of the final whistle at the Emirates, was you there, Jez? Jez?
Sorry, what, on Saturday?
Yeah. Was you there?
No,
you weren't there. So. At the end of the final whistle, there was a lot of boos around the ground. Now, obviously, it's a poor performance. However, we was at that point we were still 9 points clear. Obviously, City had the 2 games in hand. It's now 6. But at that time, we were still 9 points clear after 32 games. We've not played brilliantly, but we've done really well to be in the position that we're in. Do you think it's right? Would you have booed the players off after that performance?
Absolutely, 100%. Done it under Wenger as well.
Booed.
100%, man. 100%. That was a shit show performance from a shit show manager, and they deserved it. They had no ambition, no passion, showed no spirit to fight, and they capitulated. And they players have put now the club under pressure to get this over the line. Let's be honest.
Do you think that's gonna galvanize them, or do you think that's gonna have a negative impact on the players being booed by their own fans when they're top of the Premier League?
I hope it galvanizes them that they turn around and go, fucking hell, we cocked up the other day. We got it wrong. But, Dan,
that's what real men do, Jez.
Deeper than
that's
that.
What real men.
The problem is
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Hang on a minute.
Let's let Jez finish, please, because I've asked him the question.
The problem is it's the manager, right, who has not galvanised the team to say, come on, let's get it right. We've got to beat Bournemouth, right? We've got to finish this off now. Yeah, and we didn't. And we didn't do it.
You know what? I agree with you. For me, that game was all solely on Arteta. Reason being is because I was watching that game. It's an early kickoff, so usually I've had a few drinks as well. That's probably why the football looks a little bit better than you think it is. But it was an early kickoff. Is it a
moment like where you've had a girlfriend, she keeps doing you over, and you've just come to the realization that she's just a wrong one? Are you at that stage of Arteta now?
No, not at all. Not at all.
He's nearly there. He's nearly there.
He's nearly there, you know.
It could still be our greatest season in Arsenal's history. You know, well, that could still happen, right? But what I'm talking about, that game solely against Bournemouth, you know, I'll credit Arteta when he gets his subs right, and he done it against Everton. He won us the game with his tactical subs, his bravery, bringing on Dalman against Bournemouth. What wound me up was it was so clear, me, an average fan, to see what Bournemouth were doing. Right, they were pressing us high. And a few times I saw the players looking over to the bench. I think Declan Rice and a few of them were getting onto Zubimendi. He didn't know what was going on. Obviously, the crowds got all eerie and stuff. You know, I think at one point Arteta was trying to say, calm down. But like, calm down. We've been waiting 22 years to win the Premier League, and it feels like we're throwing it away. But what I couldn't understand is that he didn't change it. He didn't change it still continuously. And the players didn't, and Arteta didn't. They didn't change it. They kept playing it out from the back. David Raya made, I think, the second most passes in the game. They kept playing it. And all Bournemouth did was squeeze us up, because usually players, they go on, let Arsenal, and they sit back. Bournemouth didn't sit back. There's no excuse for, oh, yeah, but they had 10 men behind the ball. They didn't. Bournemouth pressed us, squeezed us. We fell into their traps, and they were the better team. And Arola, he out-tacticked, however you want to say it, Arteta. Now, Arteta got that game fully wrong, and he's going to have to do something special, and he's going to have to come up with some top tactics to go and get something at City. And people say, we've not won there since 2015. We don't need to win. We don't need to win. We need to get. If we win, amazing. But if we can get a draw, we're firmly in the driving seat. Would I still be confident that we'd go and win the league? Being free, because we'd be 6 points clear, but they'd have the game in hand, which they're going to win. So technically 3 points.
How are we going to win that, Dan? How do you think we're going to win that game?
He's going to go there to lose. He's going to go there to lose, isn't he?
I'm saying, listen, if the only way I see us winning, I don't see us going and winning 2-1.
How are we even going to get a draw?
The only way I see us, listen, the last 2 times we've gone there, we've not been beat. We drew last year 2-2, and they scored a goal in the last second, and we had 10 men.
But this is a pressure game.
Right?
This is the most important game in our
of course it is.
History.
What,
the most important game probably
We played them in a
worried
pressure
that
game.
they've got the formula?
We played them in a pressure game in 23-24.
What would your tactics be?
We drew
What's your
0-0.
tactics? What's your
Dan,
tactics?
Are you not concerned with the way that they beat us in the Carabao Cup final?
You can play.
I want to know. I want to ask everyone their tactics.
I think you would be naive to go there and say, you know what, just go and play. Just run at him and go for it, because I think you get slaughtered. right
No, I
now.
think
Definitely
that's
not, Dan. But
exactly
there's
what
got
we
to be
should do.
I
a
think we
bit
should
more,
go in
though, ain't
there
there?
and defend the whole game, try and get one goal,
No,
and then
Oh,
defend the
we
Dan.
remaining
tried
goal.
that in the Carabao
Yes,
Cup. It didn't work.
Dan,
that's
we've
what
got
I
to have
think we
a bit
should
more
do.
about us. He's
No,
got
we've
to
got to
use
go for it.
he's got to use
With
different
who?
tactics.
With
He
who?
has
With what
to.
players?
I think if you expect him or want him to go to the Etihad and go gung ho,
No
that
one's
to me
saying
is
that,
an
Jason. But we
overthink.
can't
Crazy.
just sit back.
Exactly what
Can't
If
sit
we
back.
sit
exactly
back
what
and
he's
try
saying.
not to get beaten, we're gonna get beaten. There's got to
Yeah.
be
No, not
something more.
necessarily, man.
He's got to find something. Whether
if he
he's, I
keeps,
don't know what he's gonna do.
if he
It's
keeps
over,
that game
buddy. We're
tight,
getting slapped.
if he keeps
That's
it
it.
tight, if he keeps it tight,
We're
Dan, and we
getting slapped.
score 60, 70th minute, and then just put everyone behind the ball, bring on
This ain't
Mosquera,
this.
everyone,
Listen,
8 at the
Dan.
back. That's
This
it.
ain't the same City team where you can
No,
keep it
it's
tight
not.
no more. I'll be
They've got
honest with you.
Shirky.
They got Cherky, they got Semenyo,
That
they
game,
got
I
Doku.
guarantee you, that game will be as tight as anything. You watch.
4-0.
Nah.
I'm with that.
4-0.
I think if anyone watched the game with Chelsea yesterday, I thought actually at half time it was a relatively tight game. The difference is City showed their quality when they went in and readjusted in the first 10 minutes. I also think that I'm sure we'll get on to talk about the City game a little bit in detail. If Nico O'Reilly's out of the side, I think that makes a big difference.
Is he injured? Is he injured?
Injured.
Dan, I think you just did yourself dirty there, mate. You just called yourself an average fan. You're more than that, mate. You're a positive, happy Arsenal wants to win fan, right?
Appreciate that,
Don't
Jess.
ever
Thank you, mate.
do yourself down. Yeah, I want Arsenal to win at all costs, right? And that's all I've wanted all my life. Right now, the difference between you and me is you've been conned by a fraud, right? A fraud manager. I've actually.
Oh, he got you there.
No, you might be right. You might be right.
Well, I'm telling you.
And Jez, if we don't win it, mate, I'll be right with you. But the one thing I'll never agree with, I'll never ever say that a manager that wins us our first Premier League title in 22 years, if he was, doesn't really look like it's going to happen now. But if he was to, then obviously I would think 100%. I think if it actually happened, you would actually sit there and reflect on it and go, all right, let's see if you can go and win it again.
Yeah, I think we have to be careful if we're saying we want Arsenal to win at all costs, and then we win at all costs playing however we play. People are still criticising and complaining.
Jason, are you confident we can go and get a result? Jason, are you confident that we can go and get a result at the Etihad? How you feel?
Yeah,
stop
100%.
it, Jason. How can you be confident?
100%.
Look, the laugh says it all. I can just see it in your. You don't believe that.
No, but Dan, how many times do you go?
No, but I'm not saying. Listen,
No,
I'm
no,
not writing it off. I'm not
look,
writing off that we can go and get a win over there. But I'm not
look,
bloody
look,
confident.
look,
Why would you be confident right now?
How can anyone be confident? Last 3 games, are you mad? The Sporting game was a paper over cracks at that last-minute goal as well. We were
Dan, are you confident?
We've got a big game on Wednesday night. If we make it to the semi-finals for only the 4th time in our history,
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. We got battered by City in that final. We got beaten. 2 weeks off. We come back. We get knocked out the FA Cup. This manager's saying, "Bring your lad, bring your Dina." But I don't want to hear it no more. I don't want to hear it. This guy can't motivate the players. The fans are the most motivated, whether we're all against each other or not in terms of opinions. We are the loyalist fan base in the world. There is no one more loyal than Arsenal fans, collectively. Yeah? No, sorry. In terms of big clubs, no way. Yeah?
You
lot are responsible for this, for your delusion, honestly.
Can I
what he says, and we're here because of you lot.
Can I just
that's the
disclose
most
something?
stupid thing I've ever heard.
Wait, Daniel. Let me disclose something for the panel for debate.
Yeah,
and
me
then
on YouTube, innit? That's stop.
Daniel.
That's stop there. That's the Cronkies listen to me, innit, and keep Arteta.
Yeah. Daniel, wait.
No, one sec, James. One sec, James, please. We've got 170 people watching right now. Big up, man. I remember start of the year, Dan, we had 5 people watching.
Crazy
so big
stuff.
Up everyone in this chat.
We persevered, man. Seriously.
We persevered, bro. We persevered. But another thing I want to say is, if Arsenal get a big win, when we make it to the semi-finals, we're going to go live after that, Dan, yeah? I want to see 170 people in the chat then as well. Because whenever we lose, it goes mad. Well, let me finish, Dan. And another thing, Hugo, I want to know where you were when we were winning games. Because when we were winning games, at least Jez was here. He'd come on. Jason would come on when we asked. What 2 people didn't come on when we were winning games? Ryan and Hugo. When we were winning, when we were 9 points clear, when we were top, Champions League wins. Nah, you weren't there to be seen. You left the show,
Bro,
bro.
it's more important we're here.
Now we've
I've
lost.
always been here. I've always been here.
Now it
What
looks.
do you mean?
Ryan, you were never available, bro. You'd come on.
Yeah, but it's not about available. Can you not see where I'm doing this right now? I'm not even. I can't even stay on for like 5 minutes.
You made sure.
You make it
happen when it needs to happen, Ryan. You make it happen.
You made sure that you weren't gonna miss it for the world because Arsenal are losing and you wanted to give your I'm right moment. Jez is here, win, lose or draw. Same as James, same as Jason.
I am a secure man. I'm good.
No,
cowards.
cowards, bro.
Where's Marty? Where's Marty?
Okay.
And my mum went though.
Wait.
On that note, I need to go, guys. I do need to go. I'll try and come back if I can. Yeah.
Oh look, now he's got to go.
No, I do.
Okay.
Ryan, come back, my bro.
Ryan,
I'm not
Daniel, that's your fault. You hounded him. Anyway, quick comment and then a question for debate for the panel. This, right? Basically,
this. I like when you say that, James. Yeah. It's this. Go on, man.
Right, listen. Right. I read loads about and stuff, and you try what sources and stuff. Have any of you guys seen this thing that's come out and said that first there was a meeting where it's been disclosed from a leak in the club that Arteta is planning to play a weakened team in Europe on Wednesday in 2 days' time because he knows that he's been judged by the league title, and this will be a gigantic destruction if he doesn't win it, right? So that's what's come out. Secondly, that he closed the door. Right. Secondly, would you, in the scenario you're in now, I've heard people debating it on lots of other areas in social media, that this Arsenal team, although they've managed it so far, in recent weeks, they cannot manage 2 high-pressured games in the space of a week. So would you play your better team for Man City and see if you can rotate as many of your top stars, bearing in mind Timber might be back, Saka might be back, but then what Saka, what Timber, what level? So what would you do?
Let me know when I can come in, James.
Yeah, now.
All right, I can come in now, James. It's just silly questions, that James. We've got to be going full strength against Sporting. Sporting will be no pushover on Wednesday. I tell you that much. Especially after these results that we've had. And the worrying thing is that Man City, Southampton, and Bournemouth, they provided a blueprint for all these other teams. If the Sporting Lisbon manager has got anything about him and he's doing his homework, him and his team, then he will be looking at those 3 games and say, right, that's the formula. That's what we're going to do to them. Yeah, we're going to make sure that they can't get out from the back, put pressure on them, put pressure on the midfield, and we might have a chance there. It's only 1-0. We have got to go full strength against Sporting Lisbon. That's it. Yeah?
But that could cost us the title, Daniel.
Yeah, look, I think we've got 10 games left in the season, and I think.
Come on, James.
I think that we've got to go. We've got to go. I also think that in some of those games that we've just mentioned, some of those fringe players that you'd be asking to come in on Wednesday were given opportunities and did not do themselves justice, and therefore I'm not sure they deserve opportunities tomorrow.
Kwaku, we agree on something for once. Jesus, can't believe that.
Hugo, I want to come to you on this. Do you think it's more likely now that Arsenal will win the Champions League or the Premier League?
It's a tough one. I think
which one do you think we have more chance of winning?
Champions League. I think we are capable. I think Atletico are going to knock us out. I don't think Atletico, they've got a really good home record. We played them at home when we beat them, and there was no pressure early in the season. Even then, Alvarez hit the crossbar. I think at the start, before we scored those 4 goals, it was a relatively tight match, and then we took over. I think Simeone's too wily over 2 legs for Arteta, and I think unfortunately we're going to get knocked out. I think we can beat them. We've got a much better team than them, much better squad than them. But then we're up against Bayern Munich or PSG. So it's a tough one. On a one-off game, anything can happen. I think we're not going to win any of them.
Right.
They hit the bar. We scored 4 lucky goals against one of the best sides in Europe.
Exactly. And also, Hugo, you're contradicting yourself, right? Right. This went viral when I said it ages ago, right? all this about we can't handle defensive teams. You said it once before. I'm taking the idea. You're my brother, yeah, right? We played, right, Simeone's Atletico Madrid, Simeone, who they wanted to replace Arteta with, right? And they've been the best defensive club for 20 years. And we smashed them up, mate. If you did it then, we can do it now.
I was there.
You can't. Why are you saying we've lost before we've even played the game?
If you watched my fan cam on AFTV after that, I was concerned after that because yes, we got 4 goals. We played well, yeah, and there was periods where we played well. However, I think it started off with a header. It started off with corners, and now our corners have dried up. So that's an issue. I can't remember the last time we scored.
That's
a corner.
true. That's true.
Like, do you know what I mean? Number two, at that time there was no pressure. It's the pressure when it comes to the crunch. We beat PSG last year at home. Remember the Champions League during the qualification. But when it came to the pressure, we bottled it.
Yeah.
And that's
Quaker,
where
this is what I don't like about you, Quaker. You just come out of this stuff. What do you mean we're going to beat them? Just say it's possible that we can do it. I hate when people are just so certain.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
We definitely go through against Atletico Madrid, though.
Yeah.
I'm saying it is possible. What, you just writing Atletico off? Is that what you're doing, Dan? Just like you wrote Bournemouth off? You wrote Bournemouth off. You wrote Man United off. You wrote so many teams off this season and you got egg on your face. Stop doing it. Just say that, yeah, I think we'll go through, but I'm not going to write them off.
If we go out against Sporting, I think we should change our manager, bro. And because we still got a chance to win the Premiership. I would get Zidane in. I was watching Curtis
I saw that as well.
I think
it don't
he's
work
right.
like that.
Get Zidane in, pay him $6 million or whatever he needs for 6 games.
Let's see what the rest of the panel think. But I don't think a mutiny on the bounty of Arsenal at this stage is going to work. Anyway, going back to this, I want to ask
we could win a title, James. We could win not under Arteta, but under Zidane, or we could win something.
I want to ask the panel a question on what you said as well. Very good point.
Come on, 10 more people, man, to get it up to 200, man.
Yeah. I'm going to ask a question that you touched on there, Hugo. A very good point, right? I want to ask the panel this. At one point in the season, or quite a few times, Declan Rice was being spoken of in Europe by a lot of people as the best set piece taker, corners and free kicks at that given time for a while. Why is it in the last few games, all of a sudden, you've got these short free kicks, which I hate. What's the point of getting all your defenders in the box, your big men that you've bought, and then you don't even deliver a corner? And his corners have been shit, his free kicks have been shit, and no one shoots. Why is that happening?
He delivered an absolute peach to have a 6 yards out.
Where do you, James, I'll ask you a simple question. I'll ask you a simple question, James. Where do you think that's coming from?
Is that the manager as well?
From? Do you think they're doing their own thing? Do you think they're doing their own thing?
Daniel, Daniel, let me ask you this in response to that. Why did he, under his management, they were doing it like that before, and now it's
and then
changed.
They dried up.
Why?
Then they dried up. He said
Why,
to himself, this. He said, "I don't know. Teams figured out how to defend corners better."
There you go. How about that? They figured us out, bro.
No, how also, about that? Saka's not there to take them on that side either, on the left side, or the right side, whatever.
Listen, we've just been found out. I told people.
Do you know what? One of the biggest crimes of this Arsenal season is this. The most scariest thing in world football, in the history of football, is, I've said it a lot of times, when a player runs at you, you don't know if he's going to go left, he's going to go right, and he can smash the ball from a long shot. 2 players can do that in this club. Max Dalman and Nwaneri. The way Nwaneri was tricked and given an extra 5-year contract and told, I'll sign it if I can, you'll be playing, right? He then went 3rd in line and then got booted off to Marseille, right? And Nwaneri, and that's the last thing, Dalman, this sick side passing, reverse football, not even fucking handbrake, fucking reverse football that he's doing now, right? He's even Dalman caught the disease. The last 2 games, he's scared to cross it. You know what?
Where does that come from? Where does that come from?
We're going to move on now, James.
If you go into a boxing match, land one on him, not fucking sit there and take it up the shit up. Fucking bollocks, mate.
All right, I'm going to come to Jez on this one.
Go on. I wanted to just...
come to Jez on this one. Obviously, Sporting's the game on Wednesday. How would you approach that game, Jez? Because for me, I said it the other day, I would be starting Max Dowman in every game until the end of the season. I don't want to hear that he's 16. Yeah, I would be
even
starting.
if Saka's back, Dan.
Even if Saka's back.
Yeah.
What Saka? Even if Saka's back, then he plays in the hole. I just feel like he's got to be out there. It's only 9 games. He can handle it. But what's your thoughts on that, Jez? And how would you approach a Sporting game?
Absolutely. Saka, if he's back, he ain't fit. We know that. He ain't been fit. Yeah. He ain't been fit for a season and a half. At the end of the day, give the boy a chance. Let him prove himself. He's got ambition, right? He wants to do what he can do. We had that with Enweri, and what we do, stick him out on loan. We had a player, Balogun, went out on loan, never came back, sold him. Why? What was that about? Right? Give the boy a chance. Let him show what he can prove. Yeah, he's done it. Yeah, and give him a go, man. Saka is, to my mind, if you want my honest opinion, he needs a long time out. He's not fit. He hasn't been fit ever since he had that horrible injury to his hamstring. And yet this manager keeps bringing the same players back. And he sticks. The thing is, Arteta, right? He will always stick to type. He doesn't trust the new influx of players coming in. And that is a very poor decision by any manager. If you've got players that can come in, play them. You bought Nordegaard. Where was he then? What's happened to him? Where's he gone?
But do you think do you think with Dowman? 1 second, James. Do you think with Dowman, because he's so young and he hasn't managed to had the time to sort of coach him and get him into that stringent system that he does, that's why he's not playing him? That he's still trying to push him into the stringent system and make sure that he's doing exactly what he tells him to do. Is he too much of a outside the box player for Arteta for him to start the game and get out?
I think
James, 1 sec.
I think the problem is with Arteta, right? Arteta will again, and I said this the other night when I did a show, right? If I was Max Dowman's father, I'd be trying to get him out of the club pretty damn quick, because Arteta will ruin another young kid. He's got raw talent.
Wait, hold on. What young kids has he ruined?
Sorry?
What young kids has he ruined so far?
Well, he got Enweri, binned him out on loan.
He binned him out. He's on loan. He put Saliba on loan and he come back as one of the best defenders in the world.
Why hasn't he let him prove himself in the squad? He brought him on at Brentford to prove a point, right? Yeah, took the piss and then fucked him over.
There's a few names. There's Smith Rowe, there's Balogun, there's a few young players that will coming through that meant to be promising.
Not good enough though, is he, Dan?
What's that guy's name that went
not good enough.
Who went to Man United again? What's his name again? Heaven.
Nielsen, Reece Nielsen.
None of those players are smashing it at the clubs that they've gone to. None of them.
Can I just say
they weren't good enough, man. Come on.
No, come on. At the end of the day, right? Look, this manager, right? Nketiah, right? $100,000 a week, 14 shirt, and done fuck all. Never
coached 35 million.
Yeah, but he never coached him any better. Willock. What happened with him? Joe Willock.
Yeah, but what's he doing now, Jez? These players, if you're not good enough, you're not good enough.
So what he's saying to me,
he's brought Skelly through, who's going to be. I've no doubt he'll be a top player.
And where he's
got Ranieri through.
Balogun wasn't good enough.
So why is he talking about? Why is there talk that we're selling both of those players?
They won't be sold.
They were none of them were any good enough.
Wait, Madueke
is not good enough for the level. Balogun's just starting to show a bit of promise now. We sold him 2 seasons ago.
Balogun wasn't good enough.
Well. He's not good
but Dan, don't you think if you at the end of last season, if you offered me Madueke or Ranieri, I would have Ranieri all day long. Yet Madueke is the one that plays.
100%. I agree.
I don't understand that decision. That's
I don't understand it either.
Can I just answer Negative Dan's question? I want to back up Hugo on this, right? Right. There's a reason why cliche exists for hundreds of years. And the cliche is this. If you're good enough, you're old enough. Wayne Rooney, better than that, Yamal. Latest flavour. Wayne Rooney, 16. Fabregas, 16. Norman Whiteside, 16. Michael Owen, 17. I could go on, right? Theo Walcott, 16, right?
Facts.
Now, on the good side, right, he had the bottle to bring Damon on. But the thing that Hugo touched on there, which is crystal here, and touches a bit onto what Jez said as well, is this. Your reward for doing well in this Arsenal team, you get dropped. Last season, that boy Namweri, right, he carried this arse of Arsenal for 7 games when Saka was injured. Central midfielder, played on the right. At 16 and 15, he's even better than Saka, right? What's the reward you get when you do well? You're dropped, right?
You got injured.
And the disease of side passing, negative, reverse, handbrake on football is called Dalman. Look at the last 2 games. Initially, we used to get the ball, go past him.
I've got to ask you a question, man. Are you fucking Arteta in or out? Do you flip-flop all the fucking time?
It's not clear, James.
No, I'm constructive. No,
let's get back to the players. Let's get back to the players.
I'm criticising him.
And the reason is the comment was there. I don't know where it was. Somebody made that comment.
About the attitude.
And where he's got an attitude problem. And that is Arteta's problem. He can't.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Big players. He can't.
Yeah, he can't. No, he can't.
If you're not a yes man, you're not getting in the team.
And I'll tell you what, I'm going to ask Jez, I'm going to ask you a question, Jez. I'll ask you a question.
Let me just make a comment. He's an arrogant prick, bruv. Do you remember when that kid wanted an autograph to his car and he wouldn't open his window? He's an arrogant little fucking prick.
He's not allowed to do that.
No, he is allowed to do that, bro. We're like everyone, they all do it. They all give it.
Can't get out there. You know where that is? You know where that is? That's under the bridge, bro. You can't be getting out your car there, bro.
You don't. You can roll your window down. He's an arrogant prick, bro.
I want.
He's a dictator.
Yes men. I don't want yes men. Do you honestly think Tony Adams, right? Keown, when he was a proper footballer, right? Well, yes men. Of course they weren't. Right, they'd turn around and say, "Fuck off, we're not doing that."
Do you think Declan Rice is a yes man?
Camp, one of the biggest.
Definitely a yes man. What are you talking about? Declan Rice is a lovely guy, mate. What are you talking about? Of course, he's a yes man.
I want attitude players. I want players that are going to turn around and question the manager and say, "No, I'm not sure about this, boss. I'm not sure."
Get Waffle in.
You know, and at the end of the day, right, he's binned off just about every single player that gives him a bit of grief. Ozil, I'm not a great fan of him, but at least he showed him what he thought, right? So this manager, all he wants is his little get-along friends, the ones that will go, "Okay, Arteta, oh yeah, okay, whatever you say, boss." You don't win like that. You don't win like that. You give people 2 fingers.
I didn't mute you. It's Dan that muted you.
Let's go back.
Positive Dan muted you, man. It's not me.
That chat, right? With Adams, when he turned around and said after the speech in the dressing room, right, he had Dixon up against the fucking wall and said, "You listen to me. It's Tottenham. We don't lose to fucking Tottenham. Don't listen to what he just said. You listen to me." That's a footballer.
That's not football now, though. That wouldn't happen in any dressing room up and down the country.
That's why Roy Keane can't get a job.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what's funny though? Yeah, listen to this. You know what's funny? There's forums before social media in 2004 when we went out to Chelsea in the quarterfinals of the Champions League and we went out to Man United in the FA Cup. We were still unbeaten in the Premier League, by the way, at that point. And there's forums that you could go on and obviously, basically, back then's version of this. So you'd go on your forum and write, and people were writing, "Thierry Henry, I'm sick of him prancing around the pitch. I'm sick of Pires, Lundberg's past it. Get Wenger out and let Tony Adams take over. Let Tony Adams take over till the end of the season and get him in and get Wenger out." That's what people were saying in 2004. And we went on to win that league as Invincibles. So, listen. Crazy stuff.
What's your point for that? Are you
I'm saying crazy stuff.
That back to Arteta or something? What's going on there?
Crazy stuff gets said at certain times when we all get angry and people lose their minds. Now, like I said before, this could still potentially be the greatest season in Arsenal's
It's
history.
over, buddy. I'm sorry. That's where I'm going now with it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's over.
Wait.
No, Jez, if we win the Premier League and Champions League, then what?
One sec, guys. Let's have some manners and respect. Waffle's just come in here.
No, I'll retract.
Let's get Waffle in to do to introduce Waffle. I see you in the chat, Waffle, talking about you don't get no invites no more. You know why? Because I noticed that you had a show on Monday, innit?
Yeah, but it's only 7 o'clock, bro. So you know what I mean. 9 o'clock.
Okay. Come on, man. You're welcome anytime, bro. Anytime you're welcome, my brother. But
you know what?
How you feeling, man? How you feeling at the moment? Give us your little breakdown of what you think's going on at this club at the moment, with the manager, the players, and the bottle, as it looks like at the moment.
I'm mentally disturbed by what's going on in this club at the moment. I'm mentally disturbed by the fans, by the manager, by the players. It's looking. People don't realize, that come April the 19th, 6:30. Yeah, we could be looking at.
We'll still be top whatever happens, but yeah.
Huh?
We'd still be top whatever happens. Just saying.
That don't mean anything.
Oh, no. I'm just saying.
Because the fact is, being top and City winning, the momentum is not with us.
Of course. And listen, if they beat us. If they beat us 3-0,
5 out of 6.
If they beat us 3-0, there'll be a game in hand, and if they win that, they'll be above us on goal difference. So listen, look, if they beat us, of course, they are very much in the drive.
And this is the thing. This is the thing now. Yeah, it's come, and everyone's probably spoken on this already. Yeah? It's got to a situation, where it's come down to this game. I was saying, that last week, I don't care about the Sporting game. The Bournemouth game is the most important game of the season. If we go 12 points, we're not worrying about so much this game. We've got a little bit of room to play with. We have no room to really play with. Okay, if we get a draw, but I don't want to go to the Etihad and draw. I want to beat them. That's my intention. I want to be smart, but I don't want to go there and be scared and sit behind the ball. Yeah, I want to be.
Are you scared though?
Huh?
Are you scared though?
Sorry?
Are you scared? Are you scared?
Do I look scared? Do I look scared of City? I've been saying that we're gonna beat City, but right now, things can change, innit? Things change, and at the moment, the way we've been playing, the way we got bopped off the park by Mini City on Saturday, the confidence is not there now.
We're getting slapped against City.
I can't see us beating City.
We're getting slapped.
There's
gonna be a massacre.
There's no evidence to say that we're gonna go to Etihad and do anything.
And Waffle, we got to think about what we got to think about as well. Waffle, who's gonna be fit for that game? Who's even starting against City? Nobody knows.
I'll tell you the big player out of this game, and if he's not fit, Timber, I think, is crucial in this game because. Doku against Ben White, whoever against Ben White, he's going to get cooked. Yeah,
Doku against Ben White. Don't say that again, please. Don't say that.
And if you play, and people saying play Diamond for whatever, Diamond. That if is O'Reilly fit? Is he?
I think so. Him and Pep was smiling after, so I think he's all right.
So
but we don't know.
If O'Reilly's fit, you're going to need runners to run with him. Yeah, so Diamond's not going to be able to keep up with him. Yeah, you guys got to think, all right, going forward, but coming backwards, who's going to be on O'Reilly? Yeah, listen.
He might not be fit, O'Reilly.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but we've got problems, man. And do you guys realize this weekend could be catastrophic for us? You might say, we're in the lead and stuff like that, but you know what? We've got Newcastle the week after. Can you see?
And they got Burnley. So if we lose, it's done.
Yeah, this is what I mean. This isn't looking good for us at the moment, man. And
that what that is at home, Waffle. That's the worst home game that you could hope for after that City game, Newcastle. What?
Joe Linton's out apparently for that game, but still they got players. They got players that can do damage. I don't know if Bruno's out as well. Bruno Gomes. I don't know if he's still out. Apparently he's got mumps, but just the physicality of Newcastle. You know, they've got
Well,
pace
engine's out for that game as well.
Yeah, we got issue. We got problems, guys. I don't know what you guys are at the game on Saturday. Yeah, I don't know what you saw that will give you confidence going into that City game. What?
It's crazy. You got Jason above you talking about he thinks we're going to win. I don't know where you're getting that from, Jason. Where are you getting that from, my bro?
I think our record. Look, I genuinely think
let me just give you some stats. We ain't won there since what, Dan? 2014. We've just been smashed in the Carabao Cup against them. Woeful performance.
If we got the same result that we got the last 2 times we've gone there,
it's a different season. Shirky wasn't there. Semenyo wasn't there. Gay wasn't there. Kushanoff wasn't there. What are we doing there?
De Bruyne was.
Oh, he was washed up, De Bruyne, last season. Let's be honest, that's why he left. Last season, Dan, what are we doing there? He was washed up last season. That's why he left.
Just to kind of, so I get this whole issue around City strengthening. Yes, they have strengthened, but as far as I remember, at the start of January, we were 4 points clear. They had a better goal difference than us, and for all the talk of them bringing in Gahey and Semenyo, etc., the gap hasn't closed in such a way that you would expect that however much they spent on those 2 players, the way that people are talking about those 2 players as if they've helped them overturn some sort of like 15-point deficit. Like,
so Jason, let me get this right. This is what you're saying to me, yeah? We've played them twice this season, scored 1 goal, drew one with them at home. We couldn't beat them at home. 3-1-1 with them. Then we played them in the Carabao Cup. I'm just giving you my reasons why I think we're getting slapped.
You guys said we could have beat them at home, but all I keep hearing is about how unbeatable they are.
Listen. I'm just giving you a breakdown as to why I'm saying I'm not confident. I'm not writing it off, but common sense tells you knocked out of the FA Cup, done against Bournemouth, Carabao Cup final lost. Guess to who? Manchester City, bopped off the park. But for some reason, you're confident, Jason, my bro.
Didn't they slap Liverpool the other week?
4-0.
Battered.
They played Chelsea, Liverpool, and they played Arsenal, Chelsea, and Liverpool, and conceded no goals on top of that. No goals they conceded.
It's the way they're playing. It's the way they're playing that concerns me. One second. It's the way.
I just can't see who's going to score for us.
No, but do you know what it is? We have to worry about.
I'll be honest. The only way we beat them is if we score a corner. If the game's tight, 0-0,
relying on
we defend for our lives. They miss a few chances, and Gabriel pops up with a late corner.
But this is what I'm saying. We're over-reliant. It's a pathetic way to win, bro. This is, I'll take it, but this is what I'm saying. Those corners aren't even coming in. Without Saka,
but listen,
those corners in. By the way, K's a drop-off.
We could score. Declan Rice could whip one in, and we could score.
But here's the point that everyone's missing. This is what we talked about at the start of the show, Dan. I watch City a lot. I'm watching nearly every single game of theirs, yeah? We had a wonderful opportunity, stick it on them at the start of the season at home, and we didn't do it. We played like cowards. The handbrake was on, and there was so many of those games. We should have won it. We should have been 12, 15, Wolves, Brentford, all of those games come.
You guys
now they're peaking. No, but they're peaking. Guardiola knows how to peak a team at the right time.
He does.
Kusanov, who I think brilliant.
You know the big difference, Jason. You know the big difference, Jason. Quickly, James. Just quickly.
Sure,
you know the big difference, James. With Jason with City. We were looking at City, and City early in the season, second half they went missing. Yeah, but now it's the reverse. Now second half they are turning up, and they are really turning the screws in. So. You know, this is
not in the last 3 league games though, Waffle. Because the last 3 league games they've drew 2 and won 1. We've won 2 and lost 1. City.
But you can't
against other teams.
Against other teams.
Against West Ham and Forest.
Yeah, the last 3 Premier League games, everyone's forgetting because there was a cup final and an FA Cup and Champions League. City, before they just beat Chelsea, their last 2 previous games were draws against relegation-threatened teams in West Ham and Forest. One of them was at home.
What games do you think's got more pressure, Dan? Let me ask you a question. You keep talking like that, Dan. What games have got more pressure, Dan? A Carabao Cup final and a quarter-final in the FA Cup, or 2 games in the Premier League? What are we doing there?
The Premier League games have got just as much pressure. And what about in the Champions League? They got bopped off. They got battered by fucking Real Madrid. Absolutely battered.
Can I just come in?
Listen. This whole narrative that Man City are coming so strong at the end of the season. Yeah, what one win against Chelsea in the Premier League, because the 2 previous Premier League games they drew. They were
that was before the Carabao Cup, wasn't it?
They were leading twice.
Can I just
twice against Forest? Hold on, James, mate, please. They were leading twice against Forest. 1-0, then they went 1-1, then they went 2-1 up, and they crumbled.
And what has sparked City to start the resurgence? They've beaten Liverpool, yeah,
yes,
and they've beaten Chelsea,
in the FA
and
Cup,
they've beaten us in a Carabao Cup final, yeah.
And so they've lost in the Champions League.
Yeah, but I don't care about the Champions League. It's the momentum what they're going.
So why do you care about the FA Cup then? You don't care about the Champions League, but you care about the FA Cup.
Hey, Waffle, he's talking about momentum, and he's alluding to those.
Beaten a decent Liverpool side, which we couldn't beat, and they've battered a Liverpool
They lost
side,
to an average Madrid side.
They lost to an average Madrid side. What do you always say about Madrid, Dan?
Yeah, they're dusty.
What do you always say about
them? Madrid are up and down though. They're up and down.
Dan, what do you always say about them? I want to know what you always say, because you say they're crap. Dan.
I just said it. I said they're dusty. I said they're dusty. When they come up against English teams, they get slapped over. That's what I said.
They slapped over the Man City and knocked them out.
Okay, Dan, but you keep alluding to Premier League. Oh, they drew 2 games. Well, the 4 games before that, Dan, they won them, beating Liverpool away from home at Anfield.
Exactly.
So what are we doing there?
Yeah, Dan, who's got the momentum?
He's talking about Nottingham Forest that they drew to. We drew to Nottingham Forest as well. 0-0.
Who's got the momentum? That's all you have to ask.
Away from home, not at home.
Who's got the momentum on the eye test, Dan? Who's got the momentum? Us or them? That's a simple question.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah, they have the momentum for sure.
There you go.
Can I just say one thing?
But that doesn't mean they're going to win the game.
Daniel, wait. Can I just say one thing?
James, one sec. Don't say one thing. Just say let me talk, because you say one thing, you do 3. So just say let me talk and do your thing, James, my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Against this tidal wave of defeatism, right? I understand you constructively specified your criterias and everything. Nothing is inevitable in life. And secondly, this on the side of Jason and positive Daniel. These are the reasons why we can win. First, if I think, I could be wrong, from what I've seen, I think Arteta is getting Saka ready and Timber for this City game. These reports have come out that he's going to play a weaker team in Europe, and he knows he's going to be judged by what happens in this league title fight, right? And I tell you what, if he gets all these players back, right, you can't just say there's no way. There was a point in this season.
Players going
James, but you can't say these things and trigger me and not let me land.
No,
you're triggering me, James. You're triggering me, man.
All you're doing is here with your all your gangsters.
I'm not. You're
pressing on Daniel and kicking off with Jason. And I'm going to say my piece,
Dan's a big
right?
lad. He's all right. He can handle himself, mate. Yeah,
I'm
don't worry about that.
I'm their older brother, and I'm going to speak. Right?
All I'm saying is, James, can I just say something? I'm going to let you go back in. All I'm saying is that you're saying that we're waiting for Saka and Timber to come back. But do you think it's a good idea to just throw Saka and Timber back in against Man City with no game time? Does that make sense? It's madness you're talking, James.
You've got to judge at what rate they're ready for, right? Secondly, I remember about 4 or 5 months ago, Positive Dan made this comment, which was really good. At one point in this season, we haven't always been top. Arsenal, Man City leapfrogged us and were leading the league for one day by 1 point. We then went to 9 points, 6 points, 4 points. It's been a fluctuation. It's been a battle. But you're right. The key answer to all of this, right, is, as Hugo said, and I've said all season, if Arteta, what tactics he chooses, what players he chooses, what positions he puts them in. 3 times this year, we bottled it by the wrong tactics. No, 4. Twice against Liverpool, twice against Man City. Now, he has got a record for that game that we were in the last second, City equalised at their ground, right? You can't blame him for that one, right? But he has got a record for when the tough gets going, he goes ultra defensive. That's the problem. So maybe he's going to play for the draw and deny it. It could be that.
So, James, what do you think we're going to Manchester? So I'm going to come to Jez next. Do you think we're going to beat Manchester City? How are you feeling about that, James? Because you just get waxing lyrical, my brother.
Right.
What do you think is going to happen?
I'm going to answer you. Arteta, this is what annoys me so much about him, right? What he did 3 years ago, and when there's been big matches over the last few years, he has got it in his locker to play attacking football and win. But recently, when's the last time you saw us go out, forget Tottenham and fucking shit anyway, right? And other teams. But there's been games where you think, he just sits back, mate. He bottles it. He doesn't want to go for the kill. He's like,
do you know
fucks. Yeah.
Do you know what someone said to me earlier? Let the panel let me know. Remember, we used to have that number 2 that left on to go and be a manager. Apparently, that 22-23 season, that was a lot to do with him. And since he's left, it's never been. That's what I'm asking, Dan. Look at you. You're doing this, shaking your head. I'm deluded. I'm asking your question.
No, I did. Yeah, I thought something else about Carlos Cuesta.
Yeah.
Was that the number 2?
Yeah.
And apparently this manager, this number 2 that we've got now used to work with Van Gaal, yeah? And when he was working with Van Gaal, Man United were playing the same terrorist football.
Yeah. You see, the thing is, what Jess said earlier, right? The reason why Arteta got the job is because he's a yes man for the Cronkies. The reason why Arteta chose Martin Odegaard as a captain is because he's a yes
James,
man.
are you
for
Arteta in or out, bro?
Yeah, ask him again, because we don't know where you're at, James. You're all over the place, man.
I'm not.
You're in, out, you're shaking all about. What's going on, James?
No, it's because I've got superior intellectual capacity that I don't just attack people, right? I base it on the facts I see. What I'm saying is, regarding whether he gets the sack, let's wait till the end of the season, right? Now, it's like if you go out on a date and she's leading you on, and then she gold diggers you for a couple of meals and a load of drinks, I'm giving her the sack, right? Same as this. With Arteta, right? At the moment, like Positive Daniel said, and Jason, right? We are still in the fight, right? Mike Tyson was always in the fight. You're still in the fight, yeah? So once you're in the fight, you don't give up, right? You keep fighting. And these players, they have to show up, mate. Because it ain't just Arteta, they're fucking bottle jobs. I'll give you one last example. Several years ago, Vincent Kompany, City played shit at some game. They lost the league that year to Liverpool, right? He went to the crowd, Vincent Kompany, these were men, right? He went to the crowd, Man City fans, right? And he said to them, don't worry, we'll do better next game. These Arsenal players, they get all that money, right? They should be thumping each other in that changing room. They should come out and fight. Yeah, they got all that money.
Big up. Listen, I want to come to Waffle on this. Waffle, massive game, obviously on Wednesday. I know you said before that you're not looking too much at the Sporting game before the Bournemouth game, and I agree with you. That Bournemouth game was the biggest game of our season.
Tried to go shoot, yeah.
In years, 100%. Hugo, thanks for coming on, bro. Anyway, so obviously, we play Sporting Lisbon now on Wednesday. Now, look, I look at this 2 ways. In one way, Manchester City get a whole week to rest, and it's not good for us because they're going to rest more. You know, we're going to be fatigued. Who knows? The game could go to extra time. God forbid, it's the last thing we want. However, on the positive side, if we go and get a really good result, because I think going into that Man City game off a loss to Bournemouth would have been it could affect us badly maybe. But if we go and have a really positive performance and say we win by 3 goals, you know, we have a really good performance. We play some good football, which we've not seen a lot of this season. But if we do have a good performance and we get to a Champions League semi-final, something we've only ever done on 3 other occasions, one of them under Mikel Arteta, 2 under Arsene Wenger. If we do that and get to a semi-final, something we don't do. Arsenal's been going since 1886, and we've only been 3 other times to a Champions League semi-final. So people can play it down as much as they want. If we reach that semi-final on Wednesday night, it will be a big moment for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Can that give us confidence going into the Manchester City game?
Yes.
Waffle. Let me ask Waffle.
Hold on. James, he's saying Waffle.
He's
saying Waffle, yeah? So, this is how I look at it, yeah? We beat Sporting last week. What confidence?
We didn't go through, though, but we beat them, yeah.
I know, but still, winning a game is winning a game, isn't it? Yeah?
Yeah.
What did we do against Bournemouth? We literally...
Facts, Waffle. You read them on mine,
didn't turn up. So, yes, I suppose you'll probably get some type of confidence, but also as well, yeah, You have to look at City as our nemesis, isn't it? City are our kryptonite right now. So regardless of whether we beat Sporting or not, yeah, even when we're playing that Sporting game, yeah, these guys, yeah, these guys are going to be thinking about that City game. I don't think it's that easy to just, especially how close we are in terms of points as well. Yeah, with City, obviously, they've got a game in hand as well. I don't think it's that easy to just, you know, just be so confident going into this game, especially when we've been we've lost like how many games leading up to this game. I don't think it's going to be that easy to just snap out and just be, you know, overconfident and stuff like that. Some of these players, yeah, are mentally drained. Some of these players are running, you know, on fumes right now. You know, Declan Rice, he put in a great display the other day. Yeah, but these players are mentally tired. Zubimendi, did you see how he was at the end of the game? I'm sure you guys saw him. He looked deflated. Yeah, these players thrive when they've got the best players playing in the team alongside them. The Timbers, you know, Eze in that 10 role, Saka, even though he's not been that good. But these are the core players in the team. And when these players are missing, or if these players ain't gonna be participating on Sunday, I don't think the confidence is gonna be there. It's like Gabriel and Saliba. If one of them is missing, it's not the same, is it? So I don't think we will have that same level of confidence unless
on that waffle,
these players are available.
You can't compare Sporting Lisbon at home to Man City away at the Etihad. It's two
I'm not comparing. I didn't compare them.
No, I'm saying it to Dan. You can't compare the two. Yeah, regardless of what we do against Sporting, it's not going to have no bearing on what's going to happen at Manchester City. I'm telling you.
I tell you what, if we lose it, it will have a detrimental impact on us, Dan. So the least that we can do is go and put in a good performance against Sporting Lisbon. And listen, that may happen because they're going to have to come out and attack because they need a goal. So who knows? And if we can have a good performance, that is the best way to set up for Manchester City 4 days later. Listen, no one knows what's going to happen. If we get through Sporting Lisbon and go and get a result at Manchester City, then things will look a lot different. A lot different.
What team have we got?
Let's bring the same question to Jez.
That's the question, man.
What's that, Jez?
The problem is, what team have we got? We haven't. I don't believe we've actually got one fully fit player. That's my worry. That's my concern. And we've got to go out right against Sporting Lisbon, and they're not going to come here and roll over. They're going to come and have a good old fight with us, and we cannot afford to get any more injuries. If we get any more injuries, man, serious injuries, that's it. The season's gone because we're flying by our pants right now. And
would you rotate on Wednesday, Jez?
What rotation have we got?
That's my question.
It's a good point.
Who are we going to rotate?
White.
Who are we going to rotate with?
Is injured.
I know. It's like the front three. When I look at that front three, you look Martinelli, Madueke, and Gyökeres. That is just
no retention, nothing there.
What team is going to be scared of that?
That's my point, mate. Is the fact is my concern is who have we got that can actually make more of a thrust in the midfield? Rice is burnt out, right? Zubimendi is an absolute fucking clown.
Thank you, Jez.
He's an absolute clown. Odegaard is a waste of bloody space. All he'll do is pass it sideways, backwards.
Big up, G.
Right? So we're going to have to go with the same story. It's going to have to be Gyökeres in the middle, or maybe Havertz. This is the point, guys. This is the point. What actually have we got to and the defence? Saliba, Gabriel, it'd probably be Ben White.
He's not playing very well at the moment.
I think Mosquera's got to get pushed out to right back if Timber ain't fit, man, and make sure Timber's fit for City.
Point, no. How can we rotate? We haven't got anybody to rotate with.
I think that
you're mute.
So I think you can rotate Mosquera in for Ben White. I think you could probably drop Gyökeres out and play Havertz up top. I think Eze needs to play in a 10.
Let's be honest though.
I think that's risky anyway.
Eze's just come back from injury as well.
I wouldn't want to make more subs than that. Yeah, look, I'm not saying he plays the whole 90, but I think if you want Eze to go out, if people talk about wanting to go to the Etihad and make a game of it, then Eze needs to be part of that game, and I think that therefore
you wouldn't start Dowman. You wouldn't start Dowman, Jason.
And I'd go Nordegaard. I would go Nordegaard. Eze,
possibly
Rice.
Possibly.
If you're not going to start him against City, because no one's screaming out start him against City, then surely you have to start against Sporting. Surely.
You'd possibly start him, yeah, but then that's the other issue. Do you want to make 5-6 changes going into the game tomorrow? Possibly that's how you make a statement. As a manager, that's how you make a statement. People are saying the manager can't motivate the player, can't get a tune out of these players. Maybe making 5 changes is the way to do it. I think Mosquera has to come in for White. I think Havertz probably for me plays up top. I think Eze comes in the 10. I think you can absolutely make an argument on Wednesday for playing Dowman. You're not going to start him away at the Etihad.
So hold on. So if you play Eze, then you're not going to play him for the full 90. Who comes on for Eze then? Because you can't have Havertz up top and then
you can drop him back into the midfield.
Yeah, but he's not been great in midfield.
Nah,
I'm talking about. I'm not saying he has, but what I'm saying is I think if you just. But I also think Ødegaard's probably giving back tomorrow. Hope Saka should be back on the bench as well. So, or I say he's saying tomorrow, Wednesday. I don't think the injuries that we've got are as long term. I think from what it looks like to me, Marino is the only one that might be still a couple of weeks away. I think all the others are probably right there.
Lads, I want to share this. Can you see?
What is this you brought up, Dan? Absolute nonsense. What is it?
It's the fixtures. Can you see them, lads?
Yeah.
So, what do we think, guys? Arsenal and Manchester City. We'll do Arsenal's first, and then we'll do City's. What do we think, Arsenal, Man City, guys? Let me go with. We'll just all say what we think, and then we'll just
scoreline as well.
Just a one-word answer: draw, win, or loss. Yeah. So, Arsenal versus Manchester City. I'll do it in order. So we'll go to Dan. Dan first.
3-0 loss.
I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Jez?
I'm going to go on that one, mate. A 2-0 loss.
2-0 loss, right. James?
He's muted. Go on, James.
2-2 draw.
2-2 draw. And Jason?
Yeah, score draw for me as well.
And Waffle?
3-0 City.
Right, and then we'll go. Our next game is Newcastle at home. So we'll go to Dan first.
1-1.
I'll go for a 2-1 Arsenal win.
Yeah,
Jez?
I'm with you. 2-1 Arsenal.
James?
2-0 to Arsenal.
Jason?
1-0 Arsenal.
Waffle?
Depending if the pressure's off, maybe 2-0 Arsenal.
All right, and then we'll do City's 2. So obviously we've already said the City thing, but their next game would be Burnley away. I think we can all say, I think all 5 of us, we all agree that City will win that game.
4-0, I reckon. Easy.
Yeah, I reckon 4-0 as well, something like that. Anyone think Burnley can get something?
Definitely not.
Right. And then we'll do. So Arsenal then play Fulham at home. Dan?
1-1. That's where I'm at. What? No, I'm not even.
Fulham's
That's where
a
I'm at right
difficult
now.
game, you know.
Yeah,
Fulham's
I'll
not
go.
an easy
I'll go
game.
2-1 Arsenal. Cheers.
I'm going to go with a possible 0-0. I'll tell you for why. Because they're a stinky team and they will shut the game down. Right. And look, it's proven in the past. We have great difficulty breaking down Fulham. So I'm going with a stinky 0-0.
James?
2-0 to Arsenal.
Jason?
2-0 Arsenal.
Waffle?
2-2.
2-2. And then Man City will play Everton away. Dan? Hill Dickinson Stadium. Man City away to
3-1
Everton.
Man City. 3-1 Man City.
I'll go for 2-0 Everton.
Ooh. This is biased, Dan.
No, seriously. I've tipped them to lose this game from the start.
He's back to doing what he does best, Waffle. Just leave him.
Yeah.
Listen, mate.
Just leave him.
Watch, mate. That Hill Dickinson, mate. Telling you now. David Moyes. Yeah, mate. Tough game that is. We've already won that. We won there already, just about. Yeah, I think Everton win that game. I'm going 2-0.
Everton have had a lot of draws at home this season, so I'm going to go on that one.
Draw, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to go 1-1.
1-1. James?
1-0 to Everton.
Jason?
1-1.
And Waffle?
Yeah, 1-1.
1-1. Right. Arsenal away to West Ham. Dan?
2-1 loss.
I go for a 2-1 win.
Okay, yeah, that's that. This is a really tricky one because they're fighting for survival, so they're going to be a tough team to beat. I don't know on that one. I'll stick my neck out. And I'll go 2-1 Arsenal.
James?
3-1 to Arsenal.
Jason?
2-0 Arsenal.
Waffle?
If the league's done by then, West Ham have to beat us so Spurs go down.
The league won't be done by then, but going by what your predictions, you said we'll lose to City, but we'll beat Newcastle, so we'd still actually be top. They wouldn't have played their game in hand by then.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a 2-1 Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal. And Man City will be playing Brentford at home. Done?
2-0 City.
2-0 City, I say as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-0 City to Brentford. Yeah.
James?
1-1.
Jason?
0-0.
0-0. Oh, wow.
And Waffle?
2-1.
2-1.
City
Arsenal at home to Burnley. Dan?
The only win that I can bank on and say, yes, I'm confident that we'll beat Burnley at home. They'll definitely be relegated by then. Yeah. What's that? That's our last game at the Emirates as well. So, yeah, we'll put on a decent show.
Kai will come alive in that game. Yeah, remember that.
Yeah, 3-0 Arsenal.
Yeah, I'll go 3-0 as well. Jez?
Burnley, Turf Moor, Arsenal. Let's be honest.
No, it's at the Emirates. At the Emirates.
Oh, it's at the Emirates. Oh, beg your pardon. Sorry.
Yeah, 2-0 there already.
Pardon. I'll go 1-0 Arsenal.
James?
4-0 to Arsenal.
Jason?
3-0 Arsenal.
Waffle?
5-0.
Right, and then Man City would play their game in hand around this time. They would be playing Crystal Palace at home.
Crystal Palace at home, yeah?
Yeah.
No, they won't because it says Bournemouth May 17th.
Yeah, but
Crystal Palace confirmed.
Crystal Palace will be penciled in then, around then, just before.
So who's playing Palace? I saw them.
Palace is our last game.
Yeah.
But this would be their game in hand.
Oh.
So this was the game that they missed because of the Carabao
That's two being confirmed. What I think they're going to do is put that in before Dan. They're not going to move the May 17th Bournemouth game for Crystal Palace.
No, yeah, what he's saying is they'll put it in between the 9th and the 17th.
Okay,
yeah.
I get what you're saying. I think Crystal Palace will be near or nearabouts the final of that Conference Cup. It won't be a strong lineup. 3-0 City.
Yeah, I think that's an easy win for City as well. 4-0 City. Jez?
Which one? Sorry, go again. Which one?
Man City at home to Crystal Palace. Their game in hand.
Oh, well, now that could potentially be after the cup final. It's happened before. It's happened before. That's an interesting one. But my prediction on that one, Crystal Palace.
They do quite well against City, actually.
Say again?
They beat him in the cup final last year, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. I reckon Palace home the Etihad. That would be. I reckon that'd be 3-0 Man City.
James?
1-0 to Crystal Palace.
Get out of here.
Jason?
Yeah.
2-0 City.
Waffle?
2-1 City.
By what James is saying, but what James's predictions have done, by the way, we would have won the Premier League by now. Just throwing that out there.
Big up. And then Man City also then play Bournemouth away, guys.
This will be the game. This is what I'm saying, that this is the game where Man City will be winning the league and getting over the line, because we would have choked up.
What do you think, Dan?
They'll do what they need to do and scrape over the line 1-0 and win the title. That's what I'm going for.
I think they draw that game 2-2.
Bournemouth waste, a tricky one, isn't it?
Very tricky.
Tricky.
Great form.
I just think I'm much as I hate to say this, I think Man City just have too much for that one. I think it'd be a 2-0 Man City win.
James?
2-1 to Bournemouth.
No, I'm always smoking, man.
Jason?
Yeah, I'm going 1-0 Bournemouth.
And Waffle?
2-2.
Desmond. Going for it, Desmond.
And Arsenal's last game of the season is Crystal Palace away. Dan, will go to you first. Let's see if you use the same logic.
Oliver Glasler's last game with Crystal Palace, because he's leaving. 1-1 draw. 1-1 draw.
I'll go for 2-0 Arsenal win. I think they'll be in that conference final, and I think they'll be resting players for that, and I think it'll be a perfect game for us, and we'll win 2-0. Jez?
You don't know if they're going to be in that final, though, do you?
No, I don't.
You know what? Should I be on? I'm gonna. They might be, and I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna say we're gonna beat Crystal Palace, because by that time, I believe Man City would have won the league by the last game of the season. Then we'll win. Big facts.
Fair point.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a real fucking banana skin, down there. I reckon. Oh, fucking hell, it's a tough. I'll give it. My heart tells me one thing, my head tells me another. My heart's telling me 1-0, my head's telling me it's going to be a 1-1.
But we'll go with your heart. Arsenal 1-0. James?
Positivity. Love it.
James?
3-1 to Arsenal.
And Jason?
Yeah, I think they've got I think they'll have the conference final on the Wednesday following, and I think they'll therefore rest players and will win 2-0.
Yeah.
Waffle?
2-1 Arsenal.
Man City's last game of the season, guys, against Unai Emery. Could Unai Emery have a massive say in whether Arsenal win their first Premier League title? It could get down to that. It could come down to that game. Go on. Sorry, Jez.
Can I just ask a question to James?
Go on.
Where the fuck all these goals going to come from? Right? How many goals we scored in the last 6 games?
I've been going to church every day. I've been going to church 10 times a day. There you go.
You need to be, mate. But yeah, just go on, man. Go on.
God will help us.
Right, lads. Man City's last game is against Unai Emery. It's against Aston Villa. Europe chasing, Champions League chasing.
Did you remember Villa? Did you remember Villa last season against Man United? What happened there?
I do.
And you expecting them to do something?
Listen. I've said from the start of the season, I always look at the fixtures at the end.
Yeah, you did.
And I've always said that Villa game, I don't know, there's something in that Villa game. At least you've got one of the top managers in the league going up against Pep Guardiola.
Good evening.
They'll be fighting for Europe. Listen, I'd rather play Palace away than and listen, they could be in the Europa League final. So they may be resting players. But I don't know. I watched Villa the other day in the Europa League. They look good. You know, they've picked slightly making a turn in form. They could get something. Dan, what are you saying?
The league would have been wrapped up by then. It's parade time. Everyone's got their families down there. All the players have got their families down there. It's going to be a 3-1 Man City. And yes, I've gone for all Man City wins. I don't think there's no team that's going to beat them for the rest of the season. And I don't feel like they're going to drop any points from what I've seen over the last few games now. That's just me.
Last few games in what? Not in the Premier League though, right?
Last 3 games, I said, Dan, why do you keep saying the Premier League? I said last 3 games.
Premier League games, didn't we?
That's what I believe. We cocked it up, man.
Yeah, I'll go for. I think they probably win that game, but I'm going to say 1-1 draw. If the title's on the line, I think they could be 1-0 up cruising, and Villa could get a late goal and spoil the party. Something's got to change.
Watkins playing, they probably miss it. They probably do a Son.
Innit?
So I think that means that 3 of us here believe Arsenal will win the league from my calculations.
Daniel, who's that? You, James and Jason?
Yeah. You know what?
How did I know that?
Jez is on the fence. I couldn't fully work it out there because
Daniel,
I'm trying to do all
the rest of us. You've not asked the rest of us the Aston Villa result.
I'm coming to Jez now. Aston Villa, Man City's last game.
Home or away?
Home.
At City.
Big pressure.
Well, I'm a mug. I should have written down my scores so I can work out my points. I should have done that. So I'm a mug to myself for this.
No, but yours is the only one which was close, Jez, to be fair. So we could go through it. You went for City to beat us, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you went for City to beat us. So that's 3 points. You went for them to beat Burnley. That's 6. You said Everton draw. That's 7. You said Brentford would win 10. What did you say with Bournemouth?
What? Arsenal score?
No. You said that Man City would beat Bournemouth, right?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
I think you... So, Palace, you said they'd win. I think the only game you got them dropping points in was Everton, right? Am I right in saying that?
I said 1-1. Yeah.
Yeah. And what about Aston Villa?
Aston Villa at the Etihad.
By Jez's prediction, the league would have been done by then, Jez, by your predictions, by the way.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Not necessarily, Dan. It depends what he says with this result.
Man City are Aston Villa. Whew, I don't know. Fucking hell, this is a tough one, isn't it? It is going to be a lot down to what's happened previous, isn't it? Of course it is.
It's not Jez. Sorry, Jez. Didn't you go for a draw against West Ham with Arsenal and a draw against who did you also Fulham as well? Didn't you say that?
I did. Yes.
The league would be done, Dan. It would be done.
He said we beat Newcastle. He said we beat Burnley and we'd beat Palace.
Yeah.
And we draw the other 2 games. So that'd give us 3.
I said draw West Ham.
So that would give us 11 points. We're already 6 above City. So that brings us to...
I should have fucking written this down. I feel
11 plus 6 is 17. And then he's gone for City to get 3, 6, 7, 10, 13, and then Palace 16. So it depends on that Villa game, and he hasn't said yet. So,
well, as an Arsenal fan, right, I've got to say, in my heart of my hearts, it's going to be a Man City loss. And Aston
yes. And Arsenal clinch it on the last day of the season. Get in.
Look, come on, man. Look, I don't hate my club, right? I want my club to win. I'm no fucking mug here, right? I want my club to win the Premier League. I want my club to win the Champions League, right? I'm gutted we lost the League Cup. I'm gutted we're out of the FA Cup. Of course I am. Yeah, I'm not going to be a mug and sit here and say, oh, well, I want Arsenal to lose. Get out of here, man. I love this club all my life. You know, so of course I want Man City not to win it. And that's it.
I think we're all in that position, Jez. But for me, we got away with it against Wolves. They dropped points as we found out, and then we've done it again against Bournemouth. I just don't think we get off the hook this time. I don't think it happens.
I just think there is. I look at Man City's games. I look at the Everton game away. I look at Bournemouth away, and I look at Manchester City at home. And I think they drop points. And listen, I think it comes down, like Rothel said, if we get a draw. I know he said he doesn't want us to go for a draw, but if we do end up with a draw, then I think if we get a draw against Man City, we'll have 5 games left. If we win them 5 or win 4 out of them 5, I think it'll be enough.
And what did you say about the City game against Chelsea, Dan? You said Chelsea might get something, this and that.
No. I always knew. No, I always knew that.
You knew that, yeah? All right.
I knew City were going to win that game.
Well, they drew with them at the Etihad, so I don't know why you thought you knew. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm in a dark place. I hope
think
I'm
we'll
wrong.
all be heartbroken, right? Let's put it right, yeah. I don't rate Arteta. Never have, never will, right? But at the end of the day, all of us are true Arsenal, and we always want to win. Of course we do. Of course we want. The one thing I will say, if we go out of the Champions League, and I'm worried, big worried that we will, and Arteta wins the Premier League, no, it's not enough now. It's not enough. And for me, he will be here. We know that. We know that. If he wins the Premier League, he'll still be here. But we're going to go through another 2 or 3 years of shit. And
I think he's still here without it. That's what's really hurting my head, Jez. I know people think he's gone. I don't know about it. I don't know if he's gone if he doesn't win anything.
I think if we don't win, I think they would say it was mutual consent, but I think he
just
I chance he can walk.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, no. Just on that, do you remember about 8 podcasts ago, Jez made an interesting point, and I backed him on this when he said that this Berta is a serious sporting director, and he's been brought in because we've been failing, and I can see him getting rid of Arteta, right? And I can see him getting Alvarez. I can see him getting another manager. This guy, Berta, at Atletico Madrid, he's got world-class links with not just players but other managers. And the other point that Jez made in that podcast was that there was a statement, Jez. Do you remember when you read it out that Stan Kroenke's son, Josh, came out and said something? Do you remember that, Jez?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, following all of that, I don't think Arsenal are going to accept not winning the league this year. If he wins the Champions League, that could give him another chance. I mean, the fact, have you seen all this stuff that Arteta's lawyer, not Daniel, the real one, right, has come out and said that he hasn't actually signed this new contract, right? because although the
No, he won't sign. There won't be a contract. Listen, look. If we don't win the Premier League or the Champions League, he'll be gone. I firmly believe that.
Yeah, exactly.
I think, and I have to say, I don't know what Jason feels about that, but I think just for the club, like whether you, even if you believe maybe that he could go on and do it, he could eventually next season maybe win the Premier League or not. I don't think it really matters. I think that at that point, when you've been on a journey for that long, you haven't won a trophy in 7 years, regardless of how close you've come, regardless of.
When was his last contract signing? When was his last contract signing? It wasn't that long ago, was it? Because I remember he signed a contract just before the season end before as well. I remember they done it.
It was going for the top 4 the year we bottled it. When we lost, after we lost them 3 games in 2021, I think they give him a new contract. I don't know if he's had a new one since.
He's had a new one since then. Definitely.
Maybe he has. He probably has. But listen, I don't think. I think right now the Cronkies have spent a hell of a lot of money. When you invest like that, you expect trophies. Simple as that. And listen, I mean, we finished second 3 times in a row under Arsene Wenger, but then we went and won a double. This was the year. For a lot of people, it was last year. And even for all of us positive fans, I think we all agreed that this is the year. He has to win. Has to win. Now, even if he won an FA Cup or a League Cup, he'd have a leg to stand on. And people like me and Jason or whoever could still fight his corner, but them 2 trophies are gone now. And maybe the fact that we had to fight in all 4 has actually killed us in some sense. Because if we were out of that League Cup ages ago, and we weren't in the Champions League or whatever, maybe just concentrating on the league, maybe it would have helped us. But look, Man City do it all, year in, year out, and Man City will probably go on and win the treble this year. That's how it's looking right now.
Yeah, that's if the likes of go on.
Ask a question of the panel. Sorry, very quickly. Question I'll ask for the panel.
Let Morphle say his thing and then we'll do the question because he's going to talk about what I was just quick.
Yeah, so I think what will decide whether Arteta's there is the likes of you, Dan, positive Dan, whether you and the likes of those type of fans turn on him, because fans can easily turn. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, look what happened to us, Wenger. Yeah, when the seats were empty and stuff. If the Cronkies start seeing that, Arteta's a dead man running, or whatever you call it, dead man, whatever it is. But do you know what? It can go either way.
The thing is, the only way that would happen, because obviously at the start of the season, everyone's gonna obviously, whether you're Arteta in or Arteta out, you have that faith and you go to and if you start off well, it's going to be the stadiums are not going to be empty. I think the only way that happens is if they were to keep him and we didn't win it, is if at the start of the next season we started.
Yeah, but Dan, this is like going to be the 4th season now. Yeah, all right, you can discount the 1st season, the 2nd season. We were close.
No, I agree with you 100%. I think listen, I don't think it will matter too much about whether fans like myself, that have backed him through freaking Finn. I just think if we don't win anything, the board will just say, and himself will say,
no, he won't. Dan, what do you mean him himself? Walk away from 16 mil. Who's giving him that? Stop talking nonsense. He's not going nowhere.
You don't know, Dan. You don't know if
he's going to walk away from 60. Get out of it. No one's giving him that. He's not walking away from that.
He could get paid out. He could get paid out. The mutual consent. They could work something out. I don't know. Anyway, right now, he's still got a great chance to become.
He's not going to walk away.
At Arsenal. He's still got a great chance at this moment in time. Anyway, before we wrap up, because you guys have given me all your time, you've been here for 2 hours, 15 minutes. We'll go to James, then we'll just give our predictions for Wednesday night, and we'll call it a night. Because we've been on for a long time, man. And everyone in the chat as well, big up, man.
Smash them likes. Make sure you smash them likes. Subscribe.
Yeah, make sure you like up the thing, man.
Yeah.
Go on, James.
Right, question for the panel is this: if we lose on Wednesday night, is it a plus for this, less for this, to increase our chances of winning the league title because we won't have the impact on an injured squad? Or is it more of a negative aspect because the meltdown of getting knocked out of that as well will make us even worse in the running for the league
already, James?
It'd be the worst thing in the world if we were to go out on Wednesday.
James, that's a bad question, James.
Yeah,
the worst thing in the world.
It's not a great question.
It's the worst thing in the world because listen, if we do go and lose to City, you know, which is right now it's likely that City would beat us. If we do go there and lose,
are you going Manchester, Dan?
I'm not sure yet. I'm waiting to see if I can get a ticket. If I get a ticket, I'll go.
Wow.
If we do lose to Man City and the league looks like it's done, I still think that Arsenal, you know, would still have a chance in the Champions League. You can't, if we make the semi-final, you can't say that there's no chance because you're literally 2 games away from a final. You know, you could win one and draw one and go through. You could go through on penalties. You know, you could technically, if we go through with a draw on Wednesday, you could draw both games against Atletico or Barca and go through on penalties. Then you could draw the final and win it on penalties. So you might not even have to win a game. So we would definitely still have a chance in the Champions League. That's for sure.
We look more resolute in the Champions League. That's the crazy thing about it. Sorry? I know we struggled against Sporting, but we've not even lost in the Champions League, have we?
No, we haven't lost any games in Europe.
I'll just come to this comment here because there's some stupid comments. Mad name.
Good picture. Good profile.
No way Positive Dan just said he's a big chance of becoming a legend after that. Even if he wins the Prem, he's no legend. In my eyes, any manager that wins a league title for my club is a legend. I don't know about you guys. Dan, would he be a legend if he won the Premier League?
Yeah, definitely. I'll give him his credit if he wins the Premier League. And I don't know, man. Like people have said, they still want him gone if he wins it.
You had to ask me. What?
No, I'm going to ask everyone the question because Nutbusters come in here saying he wouldn't be a legend. You know, if he won the Premier League, he delivers Arsenal's first Premier League title in 22 years. I'm sorry, that man is a legend and he's etched in Arsenal's history forever. Simple as. So is he a legend if he wins the Premier League, Waffle?
No. I'll tell you why.
No, not compared to like the likes of George Graham and Arsene Wenger.
Exactly.
To me.
Yeah, listen. I
never said that's the era I grew up with. And,
yeah, but if he wins the Premier League title, he's a legend.
No, but he's had the money. He's
won 7 trophies in 9 years.
Yeah. Can I just? He's an unbelievable legend, but he'd still be a legend. All right, I'll go one further though. If he were to win, if he wins to win a double. No, just the Champions League.
If he wins the Champions League and the Premier League, then there's a conversation.
That's different. That's different. Now you're talking.
Yeah. Can I just say I agree with Jez and Waffle. One title does not make you a legend. Look at Slot. He won the league. The whole of the club want him out. Yeah, he's taken it.
I think it's different when you win the first.
Okay. But Daniel,
you win the club's first league title in 22 years.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Daniel, I'm not having a go at you.
You're a certified legend.
I'm not having a go at you.
Not really, because it's been done again. It's been done before. If he wins the Champions League, that's different.
Yeah, exactly. This modern day, even if he wins the Champions League, he's not a legend. And I'll tell you why. It depends on your definition. It's like when people, I'm going to finish, when people define he's a player world class, right? In the old days, there was a lot of world class players, proper centre halves, proper strikers, Zinedine Zidane, all these proper midfielders. These definitions that this modern day plastic fans, plastic clubs, and plastic managers, right? And they define themselves as world class if they win a trophy. No, mate. Right? And the best manager that Arsenal ever had was George Graham. He built that defence that Arsene Wenger took it on, right? Okay, he went bad with his bum and all that, right? One title does not make you a legend, right? End of.
The fact is,
there you have it.
So for me, contextually, it absolutely does.
Two managers outside that stadium have got a statue: Herbert Chapman and Arsene Wenger.
Yeah.
Right? What about Terry Newell?
Yeah,
he's not a legend. You're a wind-up. He's just an FA Cup merchant.
Has he got a statue?
Not a fucking legend. He's a Mickey Mouse manager.
At the end of James, give it a rest, will you? At the end of the day, right, George Graham won 7 trophies in 9 years, including a European Cup Winners' Cup, right? So he deserves a statue. If Arteta wins the Premier League, right, big up to him and well done. that is not a legend. He does not deserve a statue. If he was to win the Premier League and the Champions League in the same year, I would say, fucking respect to you, my friend. Give him a statue. No other manager's ever done it.
Yeah, I'm not saying he deserves a statue, but I just think you become a legend if you win Arsenal's first Premier League title in 22 years.
And
yeah, I think contextually he does. I think that Tottenham fans will always have an affinity for Ange Postecoglou, regardless of how it went off. Same as Leicester fans with Ranieri, and the same as Wigan fans with a Martinez who won those trophies. I think to say that he has to win a Champions League and a Premier League to be a legend, something that no manager in our history has ever done. We're starting.
Are you lowering your expectations here now? Because if Arteta wins,
it's never been achieved in our history. How come?
If Arteta wins a Premier League, and then he leaves, and then another manager comes in, and wins a league, say the next year, are they considered a legend as well?
The context is different.
But it's different.
It's not about context. You're saying
winning the first title in 22 years is way bigger than retaining a title that someone else has already just won. You're already champion.
No, but you're brought in to win trophies anyway. The manager is brought in to win trophies anyway. So
but listen, Arsenal.
If he goes on to win, say he wins the league this season, he retains it next season. That's a legend to me. If he wins a Champions League,
Wenger never retained the Premier League title.
Sorry,
Wenger never retained the Premier League.
Did you hear what I just said? I said if he was to win a league and retain it the next season, that's legend status for me. But
what I said to you is that Wenger never retained it, but he's obviously a legend. He's won 3 of them. He's won 7.
He's an invincible, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. That's legend status.
Terry Waffles right. Not only has the definition of a world-class footballer, a world-class manager drops, right? Because football, the standard of football has dropped. I'll tell you what, if you give him a statue, any other manager at a club for winning one title, a statue, your standards are drops, mate.
We're not talking about statues, we're talking about...
No one said you should get a statue for winning one.
James, you switch every 5 minutes.
I'm not switching. No, I'm not. What have I said that's been positive? No.
Look, I think if you ask Chelsea fans, right, is Antonio Conte a legend at Chelsea? They'd say, yeah, you won a Premier League.
No, he's not a Chelsea legend.
Well, for me, we'd have to watch Chelsea fans. I think they would call him a legend. I think Man City fans will always call Mancini a legend because he's won them their first Premier League title.
Yeah, but this is not our first. Man City were a nobody. Arsenal are one of the biggest clubs in the world. And
Dan, I've got a question for you, Dan. Mikel Arteta, 1 billion spent. Lowest finish in Arsenal's Premier League history, 8th. Looks like we're bottling again. Do you still believe in Mikel Arteta, Dan, honestly?
Yeah, of course I do.
What kind of question is that, Dan?
I'm asking him. I'm asking him because I'm not too sure he does.
That statement's incorrect. I know his position that we finished in the league was 12th.
Of course, I still believe because I still believe we've got a chance to win one of the trophies. So if we win it, then
if you come up short, Dan, does your opinion change on the manager, or you like go again next season?
No, of course it does. If we don't win anything,
you know, at the start of the season, you said if we lose we lose the title on the last day of the season and lose the Champions League final on penalties, it's a bit hard to say we need to get rid of him.
That would be hard. That would be hard.
No,
that would be hard because you can't control a penalty shootout. And what I said is if we lose it on goal difference, but things have changed now, Dan, because we were not 9 points clear. If we were neck and neck the whole season and lost it on goal difference,
9 points clear, are we? We're 6 points clear.
No, we're not. I said exactly. So I'm saying because we've been so clear, he has to win it now for me. And if he doesn't, then it's time to move on.
Let's finish it off on your favourite question, Dan. What percentage are you? We'll go to everyone. What percentage are you on the Premier League now, Dan? Because the last time I asked you was 95%, my friend.
Yeah,
so where are you at now?
I have to be totally honest. I'm 50-50.
Ooh.
You 50-50.
Bang on 50-50. I think it will.
Are you getting that £1,000 ready for Jez? Jez, I want 50 quid out of that. Something, mate.
Hey, Jez, can you give me some money so I can get a new watch?
Yeah.
What percentage are you at, mate?
Right now, it's got to be right now.
Let us know in the chat as well what percentage you are.
I've got to go 50-50. It's going to go either way, isn't it? Right? This could all go south very quickly, or Man City could cock it all up. I don't think they will. So I've got to go it down. It's got to be 50-50, man.
Lamar settings. Waffle.
What about
Do you know what? I've plunged right down to a spectacular 15%.
Honest. That's a realistic place to be after that Chelsea result. Jason?
60-40 in our favour.
60-40?
Yeah.
You was also over 90 at one point, so it's crazy to hear that coming from you, boy. James, what percentage you at, man?
70% Arsenal.
70%, James. James.
Yeah, because I'm going to church 20 times tomorrow.
Good man. Please do the Hail Marys.
I'm at what's it called?
I will, Jez.
I'm at the lowest I've ever been. I've just gone back into that dark place, Dan. I'll be honest. You know when we first met, bro, that dark place there, bro.
35% yesterday, Dan.
But that was before the Chelsea. That was before the Chelsea result, weren't it?
All right.
Yeah, flipping. I'm at 10%, mate. That's where I'm at. I'm probably lower than that. I'm in that dark place when we met, Dan. That's where I'm at, man.
You have to be realistic, though, don't you? Look. This is gonna go right to the wire.
I think
Jez, I don't think it is. Why do you think that? Jez, you're being very positive today, man. Why do you think that after what we've been seeing?
No. I'm being realistic.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it is today, Jez. I'll be honest. I think it's
23-24. It went to the last game of the season, mate. There's only 6 games left. We win 4.
My concern is that
telling me
we're not talking about Odegaard on fire, Saka fire on the right wing. We're talking about Madueke's and Martinelli's, and it's a mess. It's a big fat mess.
Are you telling me that we can't win 4 out of our last 6 games?
Man City, right, and Man United, right. Last game of the season, Alex Ferguson, right. Yeah, that. Do you remember that great week, that great afternoon?
Thank you.
When they thought Man United thought they'd won it, and then hello, Man City won it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be another one of them. Now, what I'm saying here right now, I've seen way too many football seasons to see where it can go horribly, horribly wrong. But look, I'm still going to be positive. I want Arsenal to win. Of course I bloody do. Right?
Listen, anything can happen. We could get a penalty against City, or they could get a player sent off. Listen, anything can happen in football.
That doesn't mean I'm positive about the manager. I'm positive about my club. Doesn't mean I support the manager. I don't. I think he's fucking out the door, personally. But the thing is, we've still got time to go yet. Yeah, Sunday, 4:00 is going to be a massive game, and that could be a massive decider of where it all goes. I'll leave it there.
Yeah, I think that's the perfect way to leave it. Man.
Last question: what is the percentage of winning the Champions League? The panel.
I'll straight up. I'll go with. I have to just put that one because I believe that will
3
go
games,
through
isn't it?
And there's 4 teams left. I'm going to say 25% because I think Arsenal. That's how I see it. 25%.
Negative, Dan.
Or maybe I might actually even agree with Gaza. Maybe 20 because we're not actually through yet. But 25%.
You know what? Right. I'll go 30%. You know.
Okay.
I do believe we'll beat Sporting.
Okay.
If you want my honest opinion on the Champions League, I said earlier in the stream today, I was a big advocate that I thought that Arsenal were better set up to win the Champions League than the Premier League. But with what I'm seeing now, with the injuries, the lack of positive play and everything, I can't see it. It breaks my heart to say it. But
what's your percentage, Shez?
10%.
Okay. A waffle?
2%.
Jason?
Oh
God.
At least it's got a little bit of hope.
I would probably say 25%. I'm confident we get to a final. I'm just not confident, possibly in the one-off game, how that would be approached, given the wooden finals.
Mine's 45% because, like Daniel said, it's cup games. But the attack of PSG, the attack on the other, they've all got better attackers. Even though we haven't lost a game in Europe, where Jez is right, but that's not been good recently, Daniel. That's the only problem. But where Jez has made a good point, in Europe, we've been great. But does this loss of confidence, loss of play, negative tactics, will that affect us? We're playing the cream now, like Positive Dan saying we're going to be playing the cream of Europe now, and they're on form and we're not. So therefore, we've lost the advantage there. Yeah.
Although we have beaten three of the teams still left.
Yeah, but we were better than Jason. And like last year when we beat PSG, when they got rid of their prima donnas and Mbappe and that, they became the best team in Europe. And if you watch the way they play in Europe, they are unbelievable, man. Real Madrid knocked out. Who's it they knocked out? There's 7 players missing. They're a threat, and they still mashed up teams. They're a threat. Everyone's favourite, according to the experts, is Bayern Munich. So
Madrid are going out tomorrow night, I reckon. But listen, quickly,
what's your team that you think will win the Champions League? Everyone.
Arsenal.
PSG.
PSG as well.
Jez?
I'm going to say PSG or Real Madrid, to be honest.
Yeah. And Jason?
PSG or Arsenal. I think that's the final for me.
No one rating Bayern, no?
I think Bayern Arsenal final. Arsenal win it on penalties.
Yeah.
I think PSG show Bayern levels.
5% flipping hell down. You might. What's going on?
Anyway, lads, quickly, let's just do scorelines. Scoreline for Wednesday, and then we'll call it a night there. Dan, quickly, scoreline.
Gyökeres brace 2-0.
3-1 to Arsenal.
We talk about the sporting game.
Sporting game, yeah.
I actually, sorry to tell you this, I think it's going to be a 1-0 to Sporting Lisbon.
And then what?
It go to penalties next to time.
And what happens then?
Well, it goes penalties next to time. Oh, sorry. You want a result? Well, who knows after that, man? I hate if that happens. I hate it. We ain't got the stamina. We have not got the stamina in extra time and to get through the penalties, which I think that'd be a sad night out for us, of course. But I think Sporting will win it on pens.
You've been so positive throughout the whole stream.
I've been honest. No, I'm realistic.
Realistic. Right, fair enough.
I'm realistic.
Fair enough.
I'm not being. Look.
Do you seriously think we'll go out Wednesday night?
Negative positivity is bullshit. I'm realistic. I'll give you an honest opinion.
All right, that's fair enough. Go on, Waffle. What do you think, mate?
3-0. Easy win.
And Jason?
2-0 Arsenal, and I think if with what Jez is saying happened, the worst possible out. You'd almost rather lose in 90 minutes by 2 clear goals and have to go to extra time and penalties and go through all of that emotion stuff ahead of a trip to the Etihad. That would be absolutely demoralising.
I still wouldn't rather go out. You still want to.
No. I'm not saying you want to go out. I'm saying if you're going to go out, you'd rather go out and not play the extra not play the extra 30 minutes and go through all the stuff. I think we go through quite comfortably. I wasn't remotely worried watching the game against Sporting last week. I thought the best chance was at their place.
Hey, Dan, this man coming for you in the comments today, boy. It's been an onslaught for you, positive, Dan, bro.
I know, like
Breaking
people,
egg.
like, honestly, bro, they need to fucking get out a bit more, mate. Fucking hell.
Yeah. I'll say that Sporting are a tasty outfit, like Jez has said, right? And I think it depends if it's true, this rumour, that Arteta's going to play a weaker team and go for the league. I think we'll win. I think we'll win 2-1 or 1-0. It'll be tight. They're going to go for it, right? They have to score. But we don't know what the team's going to be. This is the problem. So I think we'll scrape it 1-0 maybe.
All right, big up that comment, man, and big up everyone that's made comments as well, man. We'd like to read out the comments sometimes, but when we've got a panel like this, it's a bit hard to do that when we're obviously we've got so many people on. But we've been reading.
Someone did ask about super chats earlier. Obviously, for some reason, we've been demonetized. I don't know what's happened.
What?
Yeah, bro. It's been
some madness is going on. I don't know what's happened, but
for a while. I don't know what's happened.
Put an appeal in and all that. We ain't heard nothing back.
That's what it is. Like throwing each other out. All of that.
When did you get
that? This happened ages ago, man. It happened ages ago. Like it's been about 6 weeks ago, brother. Yeah.
But Daniel, don't they have to
someone
give you
asked
a
earlier
reason?
about super chats. We can't get super chats. We can't get members. It's not good, man.
Daniel,
We've
don't
sent
they
loads
have
of
to?
emails.
You play a video or something?
Yeah, don't they have to give you a reason, Daniel?
Yeah.
What was the reason?
They didn't give us an exact reason. They didn't give us an exact reason. They just said that something on the account might have been breached and they're looking into it and this and that. And yeah. Sent them an email.
I've got a feeling I know what that might have been, actually. Because when I shared I've been sharing your streams, right? And it always comes up with, and I'm not monetizing your channel and mine. I kept getting not a strike, but a
copyright thing.
Copyright. So
oh yeah, that's not that. Do you know why you're getting that, Jez? Because the music at the start, innit? It's my brother's music, innit? So he's allowed it for all, and we had that problem before, innit, Dan? So it's probably that on your one, Jez.
Are you playing AFT videos on your streams?
If I'm not monetizing you on my channel, I don't do that.
You know what Waffle just said? Is it a clip that you've played and breached the copyright?
No, because AFT you can play all of that. That's all allowed.
Play all that, and they would have said it ain't said copyright or not, and they've just shut it down and sent this email, and then we've put the appeal in, and
Anyway, let's have this chat backstage, man. Big up everyone who's watching.
Right.
Thank you very much. Make sure you like and subscribe. Get us to 2K subs, and thank you for watching. Even to all you negative guys getting at me, it's all love, man. It's all love. We want Arsenal to
keep
win.
getting at him as well. He deserves it.
We love you, Daniel. We love you, Daniel.
Big up, guys, man.
Big up, man. We love you long time.
We love you long time.